what Monsterhearts is. Um, it is a tabletop RPG game that uses the Powered by the Apocalypse system. So instead of rolling like d20s in Dungeons and Dragons, you only roll 2d6s. And God, I don't know how to explain this. It's one of those where I know how to explain it, but like I don't know how to put that into words.
It's like you said earlier, it's not really combat focused, it's more role play
Yes.
focused, like solving a mystery.
It's more
Um,
narrative role play and less
yes,
combat simulator that D&D can be.
story related, it's story
Hmm.
driven.
And you get to play as angsty teenage monsters. So if you ever wanted to know what my life was like,
Well, if we want to know what your life was like, just watch Twilight.
I. Okay. My life was not like Twilight. I wish it was. I
You
wish
were
I
the
had some.
angsty Bella.
Yeah. God, this just looks so dark side if I do this. Just so you
It's
all
fine
know.
because the map is very bright, so dark is fine.
Okay, I'll move these emojis while we talk. I'm sorry. So, God, I really don't know what else to say. I guess, do you guys, like, what are you guys most, I don't want to say confused, but like, what are you guys most concerned about with, in terms of rules? And maybe I can go from there.
I have no clue.
Okay.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
read the
Go ahead.
PDF and stuff. It's just I feel like it's gonna be a learn as you go
Right.
type thing.
Oh God, yeah, that map was not gonna work, even though I really wished it did. Um, I'll get this done
Let me
next time.
just. It's fine.
I'll update the map next time. I'll make it work. um, Jesus. I love how I pressed the go live button and my brain was like, yeah, no, we're done. Get that fire exit door, we're off.
Not today, honey.
Literally. I should probably describe the setting. I feel like that's important. As I cough up a lung, because my throat is just dry as hell for some reason. So basically, did I even say what state we're in? Or did I just say like the Pacific Northwest?
You just
Washington.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I did say
California,
Washington. Okay, cool. I don't have that in my notes. Love that for me. So we're in a small town in Washington called Moonbourne, which is a um relatively small town. It's like 5 square miles, which 2 of which are taken up by the lumber yard, which was like the main export back in the time when cities had main exports. Back in the ye old days, 160 years ago, apparently, which is what I wrote. um, I want to say like vibe wise, I would say like a Mystic Falls from Vampire Diaries. Maybe I want to say Sunnydale from Buffy, but more like maybe like a Forks, Washington, Twilight, that kind of situation. I hope I'm making sense.
You are.
No, it makes sense.
And do I want to refer to you guys as characters or cast? Like your player characters. Anyways, the player characters.
It doesn't really
the
matter.
the silence of it all. the player characters are all starting their junior year at the God, what do I name this academy? Where is it? 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 At the Blackville Academy, which is a private school that is known for specializing in the 3 A's of academics, athletics, and the arts in general. Basically, to go here, your parents either have like a shit ton of money, or you are just so extremely talented that they give you a scholarship. That's up for you as players to decide how you got here. Um, and for the drama of it all, we decided that we were just all gonna have school uniforms because private schools and uniforms. I never went to one, so this is gonna be fun.
Me neither.
Oh, I did.
Oh,
I
Matt,
went
thank you.
to prime Catholic school.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Me too. I love 20 kids to a grade.
God.
Ew. So you said junior year, so we're like 17.
I would say 16. 16, 17, yeah.
I was like, shit, I was 16 my sophomore year. This when I took driver's ed.
Okay, well, listen, my concept of time is so fucking weird because I was born at the end of the year.
Yeah, understandable.
So I'm gonna say 16, 17, whichever was fine with me. And I guess since it is a small town and you guys are going to like a private school, would you guys all know each other beforehand? Or maybe like know of each other?
Is anybody playing as like a new student, like a
Yeah.
transfer student who just moved here? I'm not.
How long was I muted? I'm so sorry.
Oh
I
no!
thought you knew.
I also thought you knew.
You knew too.
Okay. I was planning on playing a relatively new student.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's easy. So then I guess for like me, I would say I don't know everybody else, but like I've probably seen them around, like know of them.
Yeah, I would say
Oh.
Kathy relatively well keeping to herself. People would know of her,
Yeah.
if anything, by association to, I don't know, other family members, cousins. She's like the by proxy character.
Not.
She's the cousin that gets invited, and you're like, who is that?
Oh no.
Oh God.
All of my cousins are that.
And what about Penelope? Like, what's her vibe?
She's more of a nerdy type of girl, but she can be a little rebellious. It depends on the. It really just depends on the day.
So more like you'd probably be known more on like the academic classes and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, I misspoke. The character I was really going to go with was a new student. It's definitely better if Morgan has been there for a while.
I mean, not necessarily. I was thinking about that too because I have a just in case someone wanted to play as a transfer student, I had ideas. But with how your backstory works and how your strings works, it does make a little sense to at least, I would say you have to at least know one person or at least bumped into one person over summer
Right,
vacation. Speaking of strings, a good segue into explaining what strings are. So strings are I guess they're like a currency that you can get and earn in this game to kind of pull other characters and other NPCs into doing what you want, per se. Everyone should have some little quick reference sheets for moves and strings, just so we don't have to like go digging through the book. But basically, if you like pull a string on someone, I will always ask you like, what are you doing or saying to get advantage on someone? I don't want to say advantage because that sounds weird. Like, what are you doing to like kind of pull them in the direction that you want to go into? And then we kind of go from there. And conditions is another part of the rules that I really didn't explain. And I said I would explain it when session 0 came out. That is a thing that will negatively impact your character. So think of it as like, I'm going to reference Dungeons and Dragons because I know we've all played Dungeons and Dragons at some point. But it's kind of like those conditions that you get, like paralyzed, exhausted, and like how those all kind of negatively affect your character. But we won't have paralyzed, or well, we might have exhausted. That's a good one. But
Stayed up too late.
yeah, you stayed up too late cramming for an exam. Now you're exhausted. But instead of like casting a spell for like a long rest, or like getting a long rest, sorry, the way to get rid of conditions is that you have to roleplay yourself getting rid of it. So my best example for this is, if let's say you have the insecure condition, there's a couple ways to get rid of that. Like, one, you could have like a really cheesy 2000s teen drama movie montage where you go to the mall and buy new outfits and get like a whole ass makeover. Or you can just go to your friend and vent about it, and then that will get rid of it. So a lot of narrative stuff. I feel like I'm throwing a lot of information all at once, but it's gonna, once we get into it, it'll make sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Because I get the basic concepts, but a lot of it's not going to make sense to me until I see it happen.
Which is
Right.
most tabletop RPGs.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I was so scared to play Dungeons and Dragons when I first started getting into it, because I'm like, I don't know what a spell slots are, man. I don't know what this is. And then I played a fucking sorcerer as my first class, or my first character, and I was like, oh, that's it. Okay. So I guess what we can do is we can kind of go around and introduce our characters and maybe pass out strings to each other. Does anyone want to go first? Well, none of you guys are playing the Immortal or Mortal, sorry. So does anyone want to go first? And kind of like,
Question.
yeah.
Before I pass out strings, do you want to like improv how we might know each other from that, or?
Oh, if you guys want to. As I was learning everyone's backstories, I kind of had some ideas, but I want to see what you guys come up with first before I start interjecting. Okay. Also, speaking about my role, before we get into you guys, the reason why I love this game is because I don't have to roll anything. And I don't have to do math. So I will never roll anything. I will just kind of present situations for you guys and have the NPCs react to it. And come up with like the plot. So everything's on whatever you guys want to do. But there is like an overarching plot that kind of goes on in the background. I don't want to say background because that's not accurate.
It's
if
like
you
choose
can,
your own adventure, basically.
kind of. You guys can kind of like pull the narrative in whichever direction you guys want. But if you could not tell, I'm just woke up like an hour ago. And my brain's not there. So if you guys want to kind of figure out how your characters know each other.
Okay.
We can start with strings and go
right.
into strings, sorry.
I have questions for
Yes.
that. So on this character sheet, like how, because I don't know if everyone else's looks like mine, like it literally just is a blank space that says add for strings. Like what am I supposed to put in there? Just the person's name?
Yep. You put in the person's name and then I think you can modify. Yeah, and then when you pull the string, you lose it. So then you go to modify, and then you can delete it.
Just delete it. Okay, so it's not, you don't have to worry about anything else, just the name. You're just making a
Yeah.
list. Oh.
Oh, there are 2 other things I need to explain, but I'll let you guys go first. Because I just saw that on the character sheet.
Do. Never mind. I'm not gonna. Never mind.
Shall I go first?
Do you want to go first?
Are we also telling like what our skin is? And,
Yeah.
like what all? Just make it like a class thing. Be like, who
Okay.
are
Yeah.
you?
So
What's your skin? I don't
what's
know, tell us
your?
what you want us to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I got you. So I would say describe what your character looks like. What's your character's name? Um, and I guess what skin you're using, and then maybe. God, do I really want to start with like the classroom icebreakers now or later?
Question.
Yeah.
Off the bat, like in character, would we know each other's skins? Or is that just for
This
us
is
right
all
now?
as players to know.
Okay, good.
It's like
Just
there's
want to keep it straight.
specific strings that like I know with the vampires that I think someone knows that you're a vampire or some shit like that. So like in that case, yeah, your characters would know, but not everyone would know if that makes sense.
Okay.
So as of describing your character, no one knows until we pass out strings.
And then is it only that person who has a string on you kind of knows what you are?
For the time being.
Shall I start?
Do you want to start?
I guess first if you. It's you.
Or
Yeah, I'm in the midst of like a sneezing attack if you want to go first. Or?
I was gonna say, or we
No,
could do rollies, but Sriracha, you go first.
Okay, yeah, I don't care. Hello. Okay, fine. My character is Penelope. She has black hair, green eyes, almost look like emeralds. She wears like these black glasses. But they're not super thick rim, like thick glasses, but like they're also kind of thin. Her uniform, she has a black vest, a white shirt underneath, and she just kind of like also looks really nerdy. She's really known for her like nerdiness and like her really good academics, really good grades. Um, she's also the vice president of the what's it called? the student sorry, the student body.
Ooh, vice president. Okay.
And she knows Caleb Whitmore. They've been friends ever since she joined the student body. And her skin is a vampire.
And I follow-up question. I actually have a couple questions for your character, actually. So, because we're all playing as like teenage monsters, do your parents know that you're a vampire?
No. That's more of just like something she kind of kept it to a secret because,
Okay.
like, yeah, if you know the backstory, I'm sure I sent you the backstory.
Yeah, you did. And then 2 more questions for you. Are you like one of those quote unquote vegetarian vampires where you can eat animals, or do you need to drink like humanoid blood?
I'm gonna go with humanoid blood.
Oh, gonna live life on the edge there. All right. I lied. I had one extra question because you're playing as a vampire, but you don't need to answer this last one for now.
I'll answer it.
No, you don't have to because it's like a weird question that'll affect all vampires. So, what does Penelope do when she's not in school?
She mostly spends most of her time at the library, kind of like, because she has a bit of like a part-time job at the library, kind of helps out and everything.
Okay. Wait, at the library or the bookstore? Because those are 2 different.
Oh, I realized we would have a bookstore here.
Yeah, we have a used bookstore that has like a little secret back room for witchy stuff. Because I was like, I want like a witchy store, but I feel like the town would not be too into that. But anyways, continue on.
You're fine. I mean, she can also drink from animals or eat animals, but it kind of like make her a little nauseated.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like the situation where, God, my brain just 404 stopped responding. So it's kind of like the situation where it's like, oh, I can survive on this, but like human blood just better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, final question: how does one become a vampire?
Or I guess, how did you, right?
Or just in general, like you have, like since you're the only vampire here, I'm like, do you want to do it? Do you want to have full control over that? And that's the one that you don't have to answer right now, but
That's kind of hard though. What? Matt said something.
No, I was gonna say, like, is that something you just want him to tell us, or like, do you want it to be part of the
it's up to you.
story and stuff?
Up to
Because
you.
I was like, I was gonna say some random person turned her about this, and then that wouldn't really make any sense.
I guess that's more asking like the process, not specifically you.
Oh,
Is it like traditional vampires where if you get bit you're fucked up, or is it like more modern where you have to like die with vampire blood in your system?
yes, yeah, the traditional way.
Oh, so we're playing hard mode. All right. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
That's how I usually see it. It's like, yeah, you drink a vampire's blood and you turn into one.
Oh, so they had the okay. I misunderstood. I
Did it die?
misunderstood.
It's okay.
Because when you said the traditional way, I thought the vampire had to bite the human.
No. It's not.
But it's the other way. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like the new age.
Yeah.
I think the traditional is like classic Dracula, like
Yeah.
but yeah. Go next. Are you done with questions? I guess we'll just go down the line.
I guess I'm done with questions for now. If I come up with more, I can obviously ask them, but I think that's something that'll come up in like session or in a later session. All right, who's next? Who's next up on the chopping block?
I mean, I can go and we'll just go down the line of like your stream overlay or something.
Oh God! All right.
Well, Penelope went first, and she's on the far left, so
Yeah.
it just makes sense.
It does make sense.
Okay, I am playing Caleb Whitmore. out what we were supposed to say.
You know what would have been very smart of me to do? Write down the fucking outline of the questions.
Yep. Alright, so Caleb Whitmore, I am student body president. That's how I know Penelope. And about 6'2",
Goddamn.
sandy blonde, brown hair. He's one of those kids that kind of like matured early, so you can see he's got not like a full grown beard, but like the 5 o'clock shadow type beard going on. Skinny, but still toned, as if, you know, he works out and is in shape. Definitely looks like a book nerd, though. Not like somebody who's like, oh, they're super athletic, they'd be on the football team type thing. Like, I'm more nose in the books type. Yeah.
All right, and then what skin are you playing?
I'm playing as the Queen Bee.
I'm so excited. It's my favorite one outside of vampires, obviously.
So then I guess with that, I do have like a clique.
Mm-hmm.
I have my posse. Do you want me to go through them?
Yes.
Okay, so there's myself, like I said, and I'm student body president. There is Ursula. She is the cheerleading captain. There is Nathaniel. He is the rugby captain. There's Taylor. She is on the cheerleading team with Ursula. And then there is Sebastian, who's like the wrestling hotshot.
I love it. And you already said that you are the class.
Student body.
Yep, student body president.
Student body class president, same thing. I think.
Yeah. So when Caleb's not in school, what does he get up to?
Spend a lot of time at the bookstore, Novel Bound, when I'm like by myself. But otherwise, when hanging out with the crew, we're usually God, where is it?
I will also say, if we need to make locations, we can make locations. It's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I thought you had it like the city square, you know, like where the mall and like we just hang out at the popular spot, the mall, the movie theater type place.
Okay. I want to ask you something, but you don't have to answer it now, because I don't know if it'll be relevant. Just based on what I know about Caleb's character, would his parents own the used bookstore, or would they just be like not interested in it?
So I kind of want to. We don't. I would say we don't own it.
Okay.
I would say I would look at my family as like the founders of the town kind of family. So like we are known just about everywhere, at least the name is, and like, you know, we're that family.
Mm-hmm.
So no, we don't own the bookstore, but like the bookstore, like, you know,
but like you like, kind of own the bookstore, but not really. Okay, so I guess would your parents be? I don't know. Do we have like a do small towns have like mayors? I don't know how small towns work.
Yeah.
Leadership in government position. That's how I'll phrase that.
I mean,
all small towns vote for like dogs and stuff.
Holy shit!
Right? I have seen that in like
Wait,
Kansas or Missouri or something.
do
I
we
mean, if you-
have?
I didn't. We don't own the bookstore, but we own the
The
Strippolitan. I mean, I wasn't building like family backstory, but I'm totally down because being the founding family, like our name, I'm
Mhm.
down with one of my parentals being mayor.
Okay. And obviously, you can decide which one that is.
Yeah, I still have to make up names.
That's fine. I think. Okay, something for you to consider. You don't have to answer it now. But which one in your posse are you the most closest to?
If I know that, do you just want me to answer?
It's up to you if you want to, or you can just keep it a secret for now.
Okay, I guess I'll just keep it a secret.
Okay, but do let me know in a DM.
Okay.
Listen, I need stuff for drama. Is there anything else you would like to include about your character?
Not that I know of.
Okay. If we're going down the line, Sammy, are you all right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sneezing attack is over. Okay, so I'll be playing Kathy, she, her. Her skin is a ghost. She's kind of a nerd, but she's like an artsy nerd. She's definitely in the art sector of the school, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Sorry, I have like a 15-page PowerPoint I'm looking through.
You really do, and I love it.
She is primarily a painter. She uses oils and oil pastels and but she dabbles in a lot of stuff. But painting is like her bread and butter. She has like strawberry blonde hair. She also has, the black frame glasses. She looks nervous. She is nervous. She's shy. She's muted. Scared, forlorn, the full wrap up
Mm-hmm.
of, anxious, burnt out teen.
God, that's relatable.
Burnt out gifted kid core.
Yeah.
She's easily flustered. She's starting to get more morbid. Loves ignoring the problems, I've been debating giving her the trait of doesn't curse often. Because I think that would be funny.
Honestly, that would be funny.
She's just gonna sound like an episode of The Good Place.
Wait, hold on. I love that. And I encourage it if it makes sense.
Yes.
Oh my god, I just came up with a beautiful idea and I will DM it to you.
Nice. She's an only child. Do you mind if I get into her family?
Whatever you want to say in session 0.
She's an only child. Her family is not like a founding family or like prominent, but they're active in the community, I would say. Or her mom is. It was my idea that her mother is like, I don't know, like a freelance architect or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pretend I know how architects work.
Well, I mean, we'll all pretend because I don't know how architects work either. They do stuff.
They do stuff. They do math.
Yeah.
Kathy looks like her but acts like her dad. Also, I just read your DM. Amazing.
Right.
architect who's like super into the town. Like she's like a PTA mom.
Oh God, yeah.
Not necessarily toxic PTA mom.
Okay.
She's like more like hippie than Karen.
Okay. Thank God. I got really scared there for a
But
second.
she's just into like the community. Maybe she's like, I don't know, I'm the like business counselor or some shit. I'll pretend I know how towns work.
That's fine.
She's like cheering, problem solver, not overbearing. Looks like Kathy a lot. Her husband, on the other hand, acts like Kathy. Shy nerd. I was either gonna make him like a historian or a librarian or something like that, or both.
I mean, you could do both.
We got a library in town.
We do.
We do. Maybe he's like a, I don't want to say freelance historian, but like maybe he's like, you know, teaches online or something, and then he's like, oh yeah, I'll hit up the local library and, you know, do some good for the community because of my wife.
Mm-hmm.
You know, quiet, has his colleagues. Only other notable family she has, well, she has a bunch of family who lives in the town, so she's definitely known. She's like one of the cousins. I'd say her most prominent cousin that she was close to was Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever just like write things at 3 a.m. and then you're looking back at them like,
All the
I wrote
time.
this.
All the time. That's me with the town notes. I'm like,
I was
oh.
laughing. Her name is Kathy Owens. I think it's funny that her name shortens to KO. She's a
Wait, did
She's a
you?
ghost, exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you say what skin you're playing?
ghost, yes.
Oh, and by the way,
By the way, she's dead.
Yeah.
But Jackson or Jason Owen was shortened to J.O.
No.
nice.
So the
Nice.
cousins jokingly call him Jack.
Oh no.
He is known more as like he's more popular in the like bad boy sense. He's like a risk taker. He's very bold. He likes to show off and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
He values his family a lot, and like most of his siblings are younger, so Kathy being the same age was like she was more like a sister to him. Kind of liked that she looked up to him. Maybe he's like an older junior or senior.
Okay.
He's more academic and sly, I would say. Kathy was known in the art sector, if anyone was a part of that, as like making joyous portraits and scenery. Sometimes moody pieces about loneliness, but we'll ignore that.
Yeah.
Lately, though, you've noticed a dark streak in Kathy. You're like, what is this dark ass piece in the corner?
Right.
Yeah, that's about it. That I can. I've run through my slides.
So
I've shortened my slides for you guys.
So my question for you is, because this is like a supernatural fucking tabletop RPG, of course there are other ghosts in the town. Would Kathy talk to them or avoid them? Just like in general, if Kathy saw another ghost, would she be open to communicating, or would she just be more terrified and like kind of either avoid or like flee the situation?
It would depend on the ghost.
Okay.
I think like most of the time she's trying to ignore her problems. So if there's another ghost also trying to ignore their problems, great.
Mm-hmm.
We're just chilling, ignoring our problems, which is being dead. If there's like, creepy ass grandma ghost in the forest
Of course there is.
who's like, come to the other side, she's like, you know what? No, thank you. Question:
Yes.
are all ghosts visible?
I'm gonna say they can choose to be visible.
Okay. Can Kathy choose to be visible?
You know what? I
I'm
know
gonna
that's...
say no. Or
Oh, I was gonna say only because that's part of your darkest self. You might have to maybe roll something to kind of do that willingly.
okay.
So you have the option to, but it might be one of those where it comes at a cost. You're
Okay.
not that high up and you're like ghost level skill yet. It's a fucking RPG at this point. Literally, it's an RPG. But that's my thought.
Yes.
And then a fun question for you.
I love questions.
Does Kathy's parents know that she's dead?
Oh no.
Okay. That's what I thought.
I've been waiting for this question.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I was like, if you've read the sheet.
And then it's...
Like, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, like, something about Sammy's or the ghost skins. So if the ghosts are invisible, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can she see those ghosts are invisible, if that makes sense? And only her can see it because she's a ghost.
What if she's afraid to talk to other ghosts because she's like, are you visible or not?
Yeah, we
To
can do
everyone
that.
else.
Yeah, we can do that. Like
That'll be
more...
fun.
So Sammy just became the Sixth Sense. Oh god, I did not realize how accurate that pun was. All right. I just remembered that plot of that movie and how that one individual was a ghost the entire time. I'm not gonna say which one.
Wait, really? I
Yeah,
haven't watched that movie in a hot minute. Interesting.
same.
So wait, we don't know Sammy's a ghost, but we see him, right?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm getting
So
at?
you'll see Sammy, but there's like other plot ghosts that might be invisible, but I'm gonna say that since Sammy is a ghost, you might be able to see them.
Yes. I would say she's. It was my understanding she would be visible and obviously like
Yeah.
interactable, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. Using the ghost plasma or whatever
Yeah.
Ghostbusters has taught us to like pick up a pencil and stuff.
Mhm. But if there were stealth rolls, Sammy's character would be like top tier at them. That's all I'm gonna say.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming this is like, we know that this is a supernatural town and there's supernatural creatures, and or is this the everyone seems normal and then appears to?
I would
Be
say it
supernatural
appears
type
normal, but if you go poking around and stuff, you're gonna find out really fucking quickly that it's supernatural.
Okay.
So like most people are gonna appear human until you start, I guess, digging into them a little. That sounds weird to say. That is a weird sentence that came out of my mouth. But if you start digging around a little bit, then it's like, oh, yeah, this person's clearly a fucking vampire. if that makes sense. And then lastly, we have Morgan.
So, how do you want me to talk about them? Do you want me to just tell the whole story, or?
You are free to say whatever you want to say, but just as long as we have like a description of what you look like and character name and what skin you're playing.
Yeah. So I'm playing Morgan, they them, and I'm playing a hollow. God, how much do I want to say? Well, their parents are like, if the only options they getting into school are being rich or being talented, her parents are definitely rich, or their parents are definitely rich. I think like their dad is probably like an in-universe equivalent to Stephen King, like writes like spooky stories that make really bad movie adaptations.
Amazing.
Um, they're not native to the town. They've probably only been there for a year or two, and really the only thing that a lot of people know about Morgan is that they disappeared for a solid 6 months and then somehow just kind of randomly came back. As far as their appearance goes, I was thinking kind of like Allison from The Breakfast Club, sort of feminine qualities, conventionally attractive, but kind of disheveled a little bit. It's like a mop of brown hair with like really prominent bangs.
Almost had to ask which one Allison was.
I had to
The basket
Google.
case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in my mind because I randomly watched that movie like yesterday, but that's a whole other thing. They have very like wide, like large eyes that kind of give them like an uncanny valley sort of aesthetic to them. Like it doesn't really look quite right. It's like right adjacent. And they if the school has a paper like a journalism sort of program,
Mhm.
they work for that.
Oh, of course.
They don't really talk unless they're spoken to. They people watch a lot. But in social situations, they're actually pretty great. Like if there is a debate club, they would probably be part of that as well.
Do you want there to be a debate club?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I just started working on this character today. I had a whole other idea in mind, and then I realized that I would suck at it. The worm skin looks very hard.
Yeah.
So there's some things I'm still ironing out.
Yeah, that's my sessions there. You got like
Yeah.
2 weeks before we
I will
actually start
say,
playing.
if we're talking about strings at some point.
We will.
Okay.
That's next.
Okay. Because one of the strings is they've been taking their social cues from someone, and
I have an idea, but I want to see who you say.
well, just based off of just the vibes I've gotten in these introductions, I would say Caleb is probably the one that they would want to watch because
Oh.
like student body president.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm also interested to hear your
No,
idea.
I was gonna say Kathy, but yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, like I think out of the four, Morgan is probably the most like Kathy naturally.
Mm-hmm.
But like they're really good at faking it, like faking being like extroverted and like having like popular qualities.
Yeah.
I guess. Like while I was reading it, it's kind of easy to play Hollow like what's the other one, the mimic one,
Mm-hmm.
Kaku.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just off the cuff. Anyway, that's Morgan.
Okay. And then I guess when Morgan's not, well, no, you already answered that question because you're in debate club, but Do you do anything outside of school?
They probably write a
Okay.
lot because their dad
Yeah.
writes.
And journalism.
And yeah, journalism. It's a lot of journaling. They journal and people watch, which actually that makes it sound like a stalker diary, and I don't mean that. But
A little bit, but honestly,
yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
I mean, yeah, there is
You probably
something
picked up some
just
weird shit in the town.
yeah. I would say that
You're
most
more of
people
a.
probably find Morgan unsettling.
I was gonna say, so instead of stalker, you're more of like a Nancy Drew type, or like a Veronica Mars type.
Yeah.
I mean, they wish.
Like we just look at their inspiration board and it's just a picture of those two.
I think yes, but also I think Morgan probably watches a lot of reality TV, like a lot.
Okay, but like what kind of reality TV though?
They probably started watching something like Love Is Blind,
Good.
and then they saw like half an episode of MILF Manor.
No.
No. Something I don't know. I am really not a reality show aficionado. Something with a lot of loud personalities.
Okay.
It's like Jersey Shore. Oh,
Yes. Yes.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so is Kathy on like any cool extracurriculars? I don't know if I missed that.
That's a great question.
If you want there to be an art club, there can be an art club.
Or
Yeah, I was gonna say if there's like, I don't know, art clubs where you like do different art themes or like submit to galleries or some shit, or like the local museum or something.
I'm sure, yeah, I was like, if it's an like a AAA school, I would assume there's an art club for
Yeah.
you to get your skills up and whatever. I was just asking because I'm putting some stuff in the class notes of the Discord, like who's on what extracurricular and stuff, just so you know, keep it all straight and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to post in there.
I feel like if there's like a PTA thing that involves students, like Kathy's like low key involved in that.
So like,
She's like low level student body.
okay, so she's just a
She's
regular
like, okay, I
student
guess
that,
you can call Kathy. We need help.
okay, so she's a student who just volunteers for student body committees, like when they need a dance put together, she'll volunteer type stuff.
To like paint the background. Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, okay, mom, I'll go do it.
So student body committee and art club. I'm so sorry if you hear my keyboard.
It's fine.
Did you have any other questions for me?
I do not.
Wonderful.
Sorry, I'm also writing down these clubs because I need to make stuff for them before next session.
Like I said, I posted it in class notes.
Oh,
so
thank God.
it'll be there. Like you don't have to worry about student body stuff. If you need stuff created for that, like I can do it.
Okay. I think, doesn't a teacher usually run, or in a typical sense, a teacher runs a club, right?
I think like a teacher oversees it,
Yeah.
especially when it has to deal with money, but
Okay. So I
they
just have to
try
make
to put the
teachers.
students in charge as much as possible. I was like, I could totally make a teacher myself
Alright.
if you want.
Go for it. And that goes for anybody. If you guys want to make NPCs for your characters, that's cool. Just let me know.
More than my 3.
Yes, more than your like entire town. You just populated the entire town for me, and I thank you for that.
I mean, I've got 4 NPCs myself, not including my family.
Yeah.
So
So next, shall we do the fun part and pass out the strings?
like, how do we know who gets a string and all that?
So if you look on your character sheet, um, it'll be under your backstory. And I don't know who wants to go first. We can kind of like walk through. I mean, we're gonna walk through everybody's because it's a fun thing to know. So you as a player are gonna hand out the strings to whoever you think sees fit. You can give NPCs strings. I am going to advise against it because it's not as fun. But if you think that like no one here really fits that description, then we can make an NPC for it. But does anybody want to go first?
Penelope.
Or are we
Just
going
go
back in
back down.
order? Yeah.
Go back down the line. Just make it easy.
Yeah. I mean, I want to see if someone
Go
wants to
ahead.
volunteer.
I mean, I can go.
I mean, we're already going through the line. So Penelope, you're going first.
Okay,
Alrighty.
here we go.
And you can just read it. So
Oh, what? What?
so for your backstory, who so yeah, I don't know how I want to phrase that, but basically I'm gonna kind of put it in your guys' hands so you guys can kind of like take over and read what you guys do for strings.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
want? I was gonna say, do you want me to go first so like you can kind of get an idea? I don't know.
I think Penelope's would be the easiest one to do.
Okay.
It's
So
a
the
good starter.
backstory-
Yeah, go ahead.
Go. Alright. It says you're beautiful, gain a string on everyone. Someone once saved your unlife, they gain 2 strings on you.
So here comes the fun part. Who do you think would have saved your unlife? And I kind of want you to give me like a general idea of what happened
It's like, what is unlife?
when you are a
Like
vampire.
Saved her as a vampire.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, vampire self, not
Mhm.
human self.
Let's. I think the closest person I would have to say is Caleb because like how close they are, like because ever since I mean, I don't know. I was thinking like what if they I don't know. Something could have happened during the like after school wise and then like she almost died from something and you guys jumped in and saved her. I don't know.
It's up to you. It's up to you two.
Okay.
I mean, I have an idea.
What's your idea?
My idea comes with the question first because it kind of depends on how you answer it.
That's okay.
Do vampires get fucked up by silver? Or
I mean, sure.
crosses or
wait,
any
what?
religious iconography like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you guys, I mean, I'm assuming that Caleb would also be at the bookstore from time to time, right?
hmm
So maybe Penelope accidentally picked up like an old ass book with some silver on it and kind of fucked you up a little bit, but somehow Caleb like smacked it out of your hands before your hands can burn up.
Okay. I don't mind that.
That's up to you two,
Right.
though.
I was gonna say, so like with that, you said since they saved your life, they get 2 strings on you.
Yep.
So would I put Penelope's name twice on strings?
I would. However, you're gonna remember it. I think that'd be the easiest. If you have
Well,
like
'cause
two
this-
interests, 2 entries.
The
but-
strings, yeah, I was gonna say the strings get extended or
Yeah.
expended, right? So it would seem
Or you can put like in parentheses like
easiest way.
1 or 2, but I just, whoa.
Gray pup. Okay, so 2 strings on Penelope. Okay.
And that's it for you. I guess next we'll go to Caleb.
So mine says name 3 side characters, but I did 4. Who are members of your gang, which is my clique.
Mm-hmm.
Gain a string on them, so that's Ursula, Nathaniel, Taylor, and Sebastian. And then it says, you find someone threatening, give them a string on you, and take a string on them.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't know. I would maybe just say like Penelope because VP and I'm president. It's like sometimes we clash heads type thing, and I feel like she might be coming for my spot, but I don't know. Do I get a string on Penelope just for knowing her through student body?
I would say not really.
No. Okay, we just know each other for our story's sake,
Yeah.
but no string. I don't know. I mean, I'd be down with Morgan or Kathy, but I don't know how like you guys are wanting to play your characters, and I don't want to have to decide it for you. Like,
Well, it's
or
how
put
Caleb
it
would
in.
feel.
I don't know yet. We haven't done anything.
Well, just
What was the string for?
I find someone threatening. It says so. I would give them a string on me, and then I would take a string on them. Like, but you said Kathy's more like very introverted type because she's a ghost,
Yes.
right? So if anything, Morgan would make better sense for that, or Penelope.
Catches Morgan people watching and is like, oh,
Well, I mean, if we're going with Morgan taking their social cues from Caleb, that means, and it says in doing
threatened
so,
by
it's taught you
myself.
a lot about them. That's,
So
so I
I'm
mean that,
threatened by Morgan, I'm threatened by myself, basically, right?
yeah. Well, it's just yeah. I would feel threatened if someone was like watching me and trying to be me.
Okay,
that is
yeah, you know what?
crazy.
You're right. I actually I will pick Morgan for that. So Morgan, you get a string on me,
Hell yeah.
and I'm gonna take one on you because you're right. If you're out there trying to copy me, type thing, then
Yeah.
I guess
They don't
I
mean it to
could,
be threatening, but it probably is.
or just
They'd be-
like
They'd be bummed out if they knew.
I guess in this sense, even though it says threatening, it could be like, I'm not so much threatened, but I'm like annoyed by the fact that you're trying to be me instead of yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah. I like
Okay.
that. I'm cool with that.
So string on Morgan for me, and then string on me for Morgan. And that's mine. I'm done.
All right, Sammy,
yes.
it's your turn.
This gives me
Oh,
3 strings
no.
on Caleb.
Sorry, I just read Sammy's second one.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay, so my first one is someone knows that you're dead and how you died. They gain 2 strings on you. And I'm trying to think of the reason why they would know she's dead and how she died.
I mean, you could also just pick somebody and then DM them on Discord, and y'all can like make up that story.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask a broad-ended question?
Yes, of course.
Any of your characters just like to wander the back streets or like the woods for no reason? You know?
Any of like us player characters?
Yes. Any of them would do that, or
Probably.
I was gonna say,
Probably.
yeah, based on what I know of my backstory, yeah, probably.
I think everybody here would do that. Let's be so real.
Yeah.
In one way, shape, or another, y'all are in the woods for something.
hmm. I think it would make the most sense. I'm trying to think who would be out there.
I was gonna say, well, there's also things you don't know about each character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While you're thinking that, can I ask a question?
Yes. Please.
I was gonna say this question is for Morgan. What exactly is a hollow?
Oh yeah.
So my understanding is that hollow is kind of like a catch-all term for something that's not real.
Basically.
Imaginary? Like,
Kind of.
are you like a demon like type thing? I'm trying to like figure out. I'm trying to like picture it in my head, and I'm like, what the hell is it?
Well, some of the examples given in the guide or whatever, they could be like a machine. They could be like a toy brought to life, like Pinocchio. They could be the result of a wish.
Okay. You're alive, but you're not real. You don't have a soul. You don't have childhood memories because you don't have a childhood. You don't have parents. You have mark makers. So that sounds almost like you're like a golem type creature to me. Like made out of clay and brought to life type golem.
Damn, I was thinking Frankenstein.
Yeah, I mean that works
Something
too.
like
You don't
in that
like
realm.
you're created. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious. I'm thinking like in my head infernal or something. Like you're a demon, blah blah blah. Trying to figure it out.
I mean, just on vibes, like they look normal, but
Yeah.
then there's like something kind of off. Like a person wouldn't be able to put their finger on it. Like uncanny valley is the
Mhm.
term I like to use for that.
Okay. Because we're all saying like, oh, we'd all be out in the woods, and I'm like, well, what's an infernal or what's a hollow? Why would they be in the woods? So okay, cool.
Speaking of the woods,
Yeah.
I think I will give those 2 strings to Penelope.
Uh-huh.
And I believe I will have to DM
Mhm.
Sriracha with the information on how you died.
Mhm.
Unless I'm saying it for everybody or
That is up to you.
you know that the only thing I can say now is like you know that Spider-Man meme where it's like, what are you doing out here?
Yes.
They're pointing me.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
them in the woods.
Sick.
Okay, and I will shoot a DM.
All right.
Oh, also, my
The fun
second
one.
string. The fun one. I almost forgot. You've been inside someone's bedroom while they were sleeping. Take a string on them.
That is fun.
More-
It's neat.
Morgan's not the only creepy one. I'm happy about that.
And I'm just like, hmm. My instinct for some reason is to like take the string on Morgan.
Okay.
Because I feel like Kathy, while she's also introverted, also like is kind of like on the sit back. So maybe she notices things and she's like, "Damn, what is up with them? They're always watching."
So that just gives you strings on me, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. I mean, I'm down. Fuck it.
Down for the Twilight meme of it all.
Oh God, literally.
I love this game.
It's great. And we haven't even started playing yet. It's gonna get so messy.
Now,
I
how
was,
do I add strings?
Before we got on, I was watching the Critical Role one shot of it.
You're welcome.
I was gonna link that one. Literally, I finished it the day you sent that. And I was like, God damn it. All right, wait, Sammy, did you ask something or was I hearing things?
I don't even remember. So
Okay.
probably not.
And then finally, we have Morgan, which I
Oh,
feel
I
like.
did have a question.
Oh my God. Yes.
I'm so sorry. I know Sriracha was muted. Do you mind if I send you the DM about the strings? I assume not.
I assume that's fine.
Yeah, the Sriracha would definitely be fine with that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure
Don't you dare
she heard.
DM me and make up stuff for our role play.
How dare you include me?
Right.
I just didn't know if they heard, so I was
But
like,
she was
just
probably
random,
dealing
like, so you know I'm dead.
just random. I think she was dealing with her dog, so that would be my guess.
Sriracha gets the one string, two strings on you,
Yes.
and then knows how you died.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Let me just send my PowerPoint.
Your PowerPoint presentation. All right. Any other questions before we move on to Morgan?
No.
Okay. Finally, Morgan. I feel like yours are going to be really easy, just based on how everybody's done their strings.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've done the first one. Morgan took their social keys from Caleb, and doing so has taught them a lot about him. So I gained 2 strings from that. The second one is someone seen through your invented past and realized it's all lies. They gain 2 strings on you. So does that mean that they just know that they're lying, or do they know like the whole thing?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say maybe they have a suspicion of what's going on, but they definitely know that you're lying.
Okay.
Maybe they don't know the exact minute details of everything, but if they were to, they at least have something to go off and investigate on if they want to dig deeper.
That's their parents too, by the way. Like they definitely
Yeah.
like it's kind of like a pet cemetery sort of thing. Like they just came back wrong.
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh.
okay. That's actually
Hell
better
yeah.
than what I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not quite like that, but it's
Morgan walking around the school with his scalpel trying to cut everybody's Achilles tendon.
Jesus. No.
Now I want to watch it.
so. I mean, I feel like that this could be anyone
Mm-hmm.
who's down for calling Morgan out on their bullshit.
That's just the name of Monsterhearts.
Yeah.
The 2 main things are turning people on and shutting you down and calling you out on your bullshit.
I mean, one natural person would be Kathy. I mean, she's seen Morgan sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just looked around the room like, huh.
Something's not right.
That's weird. Does everyone scream while they're sleeping?
Oh, wait, whoa.
That was just a joke. But,
I was about to say, whoa, that's a lore drop. But it is up to you.
I mean, that's probably what I'll do, unless someone just wants to claim it.
Oh, it's your choice.
Okay. Kathy, you know the tea.
Hell yeah. What
Then we
do
get-
I get? 2 strings?
You get 2 strings on me. An additional 2 strings on me. And we can talk about what she knows and doesn't know.
Okay.
So
It's just more fun if I keep it a secret, I think.
yeah. Plus, this is session 0. We have like 8 to 13 more to do.
Right.
So it'll all come out. All the tea will come out.
Yes, I'm excited.
I'm excited. But first, I realized I forgot to explain 2 things that I'm like fully awake and like cognizant. I forgot to explain that you guys can technically die in this game. Even though there's like not really combat, but if there is combat, there is a harm system. So basically, if you take damage, you take like 1. It'll kind of be like determined on how much harm you take based on like the attack that happens. If you get like 5 more harm or more, you are just dead. And then at 4, you get your skirt death moo, which I don't know where that's at. I think that's in the book itself. I will have to find that. I don't have it for now. And then finally, experience. The fun thing about this system is that if you fail a roll, you gain 1 point of experience because through your failures, you learn how to be a better person. And you should be. I do too. I think it's really cool. And I will give everybody 1 point of experience to start out with because we're all going on this adventure. And then once you hit 5 experience points, you get to buy one of your advancements. If you, I think everybody has one that adds more NPCs. I think. I know most of you guys do. If you do, just let me know that that's the one you're taking. I'll make the NPCs, or you can make them and just let me know. I forgot.
So you said you're giving us 1 experience, so check 1 mox?
Yep. You'll get 1 during session 0 and then like 1 at the finale. So, because I want y'all to do cool stuff and get cool
yeah.
upgrades. I will figure out how else to get experience because I know there's other points. Let me actually look that up really quickly before I forget, because I will forget. Oh, and then I guess there are other moves and part of your skins that'll get you experience whenever you like pull strings, shit like that. Cool. So I guess before we kind of move forward, does anybody have any questions?
Yes, but I don't know what they are.
Okay. Any concerns?
Yes, everything.
Okay. You don't have to tell me out loud, but I think I know everybody's limits in terms of horror. You don't have to say it out loud, but just like at some point before session 1, just quickly DM me.
The limit does not exist.
Like if there's anything that you're like, oh hell no, do not go into that. Like for example, if you have like a fear of spiders and you're just like, I do not want anything to do with spiders, please do not include that. I don't plan on including spiders, but that's just an example.
For me, the limit does not exist. Do whatever.
All right.
Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
No.
I just have a limit against feet. That's all.
Ma'am,
That's only because you love feet. Like
No, I
you
do
are
not.
the
Fuck off,
footsie
Matt.
police.
ma'am, I need you to go into the timeout corner with that.
Okay.
Just go to detention, goddammit.
We should actually have a detention channel, so when that happens, you go in there and you can't do
Literally.
anything. You
You
don't
know,
get to be a part of this story because you're in detention right now.
hold on. Hold on. Let me figure out how to okay. There you go. I made a separate voice channel just for detention room. Just for
Oh, okay.
Sriracha.
There you go.
All right, so I guess what we can do now is we can get all started a little bit. And the fun part is we get to make a little seating chart for I guess our homeroom. Or unless you guys all want to have like one specific class together.
I think homeroom works.
Okay. I just kind of like made like a generic ass map with desks. If we need more, obviously I can make more, but like where would you guys sit and who would you sit by?
I'd probably be front center.
And I know we don't have like tokens for our characters, but that's you can just write your name on the desk.
What?
Aren't you able to like write?
Yeah, I had to think
Text
for a second.
channel.
'Cause I'm like you can write, but then how do you? What? Why?
Hold the Alt button.
I was holding control. I'm like, what?
There you go. I've had issues with that with the names on the beautiful map that I made.
Not letting me change the color, so it's hard to see. Yeah, I think I'd sit there.
And then where would well, I guess would your posse be in the same homeroom as you?
How are we determining like homerooms? Is it?
I have no idea. I'm just gonna let you say yes or no.
Not all of them.
Okay.
I can put. I'll put one on there. Why is that? Oh my God, why? Oh.
I love hacking up along. It's so great.
If I'm sorry.
I love just like casually coughing every minute. It's not because I'm sick, it's because I was a dumbass.
Fair.
I should not
I mean,
have eaten before bed. That's my own fault.
I'm finally starting to feel a little bit better. Yippee for me.
Yeah, I'll just just take my spot in one spot for my click. I won't take other desks unless we need to like fill them up.
I mean, we can add more. I just kind of threw this together. It's not hard for me to add more desks.
Yeah, no, I just want everybody else to pick their spot, and
Yeah.
then if they want to put in an NPC, they can. But
Sorry, let me just try and figure out how the text works.
on
Real
the
quick.
on the left side, click the T, and then the color boxes. The left one is the text color. Don't select the right one because it's like a glow/shadow effect or something. It makes it all weird.
Everyone cool if I claim that spot?
Sure.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
And then, like Claire said, if you hold Alt while you're trying to place your name, it'll let you place it not on a corner, so you can place it over the desk itself if you want.
Or wherever, it's fine. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna have character art by next session, so it's whatever. It's just temporary.
Yeah, that's fine.
Also, I will say I'm not making character art for every single NPC. That's a little ridiculous.
No.
I don't blame you.
Actually, I might make Sims for certain individuals, but that's that's the closest I'll get. Also, damn, Nathaniel's all the way back there. That's crazy.
I mean, he's the rugby guy. He is more here for his athletic abilities than his academics.
I don't know, I just thought he'd be sitting somewhere else.
I think Morgan would probably want to sit where Nathaniel is, so they'll sit right next to him.
Straight view to Caleb.
Right?
Yeah, if that makes more sense here, you can move. Move. Here, we'll do it like this, and then you can put Morgan in the corner if that's where you want it,
Yeah.
because it does make more sense. And then
They
Claire,
went to-
which you were going for too, so this kind of makes more sense for that.
They
Mhm.
want to see as much of the room as possible. Because I'm assuming the door is like over here.
Yeah, it's in that journal. We'll say it's
Yeah.
there. It's fine. I didn't think of a door. Y'all are just like trapped here forever now. It's like The Sims. The door just disappears. Just
I
gets
feel like
deleted.
the door.
Wait, what?
I feel like the door would be near Kathy somewhat, so she could make her quick escape.
Yeah, I feel like it would be in the back,
Okay.
in like that back right corner is where I feel it would be.
But hold on. I think I might have something.
And I don't know, but like Claire, if you need the help, like give me the ability, and I could totally make maps and shit for all this, because you know me. Once I get into it, I kind of get into it.
If you want to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind helping build and flesh
Here we
things
go.
out. So
Here we go. That's the door. Actually, I'll move you down a little.
Hell yeah.
But also, we don't really need maps, so I guess if you want to make the city map, that's cool. And then I could just put my shitty little emojis. This is the crispiest map I've ever fucking seen. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm so sorry for everybody. Oh, that's a token. Hold on. Okay. So. Um, should we start a little bit of role playing?
Sounds very scandalous.
Not like that. Or do we want to?
Question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
Did we establish what class this was gonna be, or is it just like a?
Like a homeroom
It's like a
study
homeroom.
session.
Yeah. I would. Well, I guess what time of day do you guys want homeroom to be?
I feel like it'd be a Monday morning to like take care of whatever you didn't get to finish over the weekend before
Okay.
class.
All
I've
right.
never had a homeroom.
Aren't homerooms usually like the first thing in the morning?
It
Yeah, that's
depends.
what I thought.
I'll pretend I've had a homeroom.
Yeah, I mean that's why I was asking because like I know mine was like in between second and third period. It was so fucking weird.
Ah.
So like it could be the first thing we do.
I only had 4 classes in a day, so I don't know.
What the hell?
Yeah, my school had like 4 classes and they were an hour and a half long. They went for a full semester and then you switched classes.
Damn.
Oh hell,
Lucky.
this is my high school.
Yeah, that's for high school.
No, I said it sounded like my high school.
Oh.
Some of my classes went like 4 days a week or 3 days a week, so we had break times. I used to have like a 3-hour break at some point.
Jeez.
I was just like sitting in, not like a homeroom. We used to have like a lounge, but it was like not like a teacher's lounge, but like a certain number of students were assigned to this student lounge. And I used to just sit there like, well, what do I do now? I used to just read. But anyway, I was gonna ask, should I add Kathy's cousin, Jason?
If you want to. If you think he would be in this homeroom with us.
Well, if we want to fill out the seats, I can make him a junior. He can be the same age as Kathy.
And honestly, these open seats are just gonna be filled with generic NPCs. So whatever's left over is like not really
Right.
important.
Trying to zoom out, but I'm like, where's my zoom button disappeared? I can't move my character sheet.
Oh, I forgot. There's a way. Is it insert? No.
It's like, let me just close out Roll20 altogether.
Oh my god. Hold on. I'm gonna do.
There we go.
I'm gonna test something because I forgot how to do rolls on this game on these character sheets. So ignore this for a second. I just want to see if this is right. Add a little comment. Add your modifier. Okay. Now.
That's a good roll.
I hate that. Okay. So when you guys do make rolls in the sheet, it'll ask you to put in a comment. You don't have to do that. And then it'll ask you to do your modifiers because I guess it just doesn't automatically do it for you. And then your modifiers are the numbers next to your abilities.
That's the door, right?
Yeah, that's the crispiest door ever.
Okay. Can you move Jason there? I mean, I have my 3 other posse. I could put them down to fill out desks.
If
and
you
that
want,
would leave 3 empty.
if you want to.
Okay, we're gonna do this. Ugh. I need. Okay, there, I'm done taking everything.
I love how it's like a line. And then Ursula's off to the side.
Well, I mean, it's only 4 logs, so I can't. It's all I can do. Plus, I think Ursula and Taylor might be a thing, so they like to sit next to each other.
Oh, of course. I mean, if you want them to be a thing, they can be a thing.
Yeah, I don't know yet. We'll see.
We'll see. Okay. Anyone else want to add any NPCs?
I mean, sure.
Do you have any NPCs to add?
No.
All right,
Yeah,
just
I
want to
don't
make
have
one.
any. I could make one.
Sure.
Okay.
We each get to name a random
Random classmate.
character.
Yeah, each one of you make another NPC because I took too many.
Okay, Jason's getting a buddy.
Oh my god, please. Sorry, I'm not saying that to you, Sammy. I am saying that to my throat and or my lungs that have decided to betray me on this day. Lucas Smith. Okay.
Generic naming.
Listen, that's what
on.
mine's gonna be.
You could have done John Smith.
Yep.
And speaking of my manager at work, his name is literally John Smith.
I am so sorry.
And he's a white dude from freaking Texas. I'm like, wow, your parents are so educated and creative.
Get him.
Damn. You really just dragged that poor man for no reason.
Oh no, I say it to his face all the time.
Live on Twitch.tv.
My boss and I are cool. I also talk about the fact he has no upper lip.
Oh. I gotta go.
Let me just add Lucas Smith into his backstory.
God. Does he get his own slide?
Oh hell no, he stays in the family slide.
Okay.
In Lucas's spot or Jason's spot even.
So
This is not his best friend.
Morgan and Penelope make a person.
I'll just make
They don't
something
have
like
to be relevant.
No, they really don't. It could just be a name. But also, you
Mine are all
don't have
blue
to.
because I'm kind of in control of all of them.
I'm gonna make them the dumbest fuckboy.
I love
Chad?
it. Yes.
I was honestly thinking of doing Chad for my name because
No.
I'm playing the Queen Bee, but then I was just like, no, I don't want to be that person. Chad Deuces McGee.
Oh, I hate that.
He wears backwards caps. He
Oh shit.
only shops at Aeropostale.
Does he like a fucking puka shell necklace?
That's good.
Nope. Yeah. Every puka shell necklace. No one else calls him deuces. He just really wants to make it happen.
Except for that puka shell necklace, I was like, wow, you really just read me in high school.
Oh my god. Wait, I'm assuming he's the kind of guy who would still wear like shorts and flip flops in like negative 20-degree weather.
Oh yeah, and he brags about it.
Yeah, he's like, it's not that cold, dude.
I feel like he's bad at everything, but he has just like unwarranted confidence.
He has like unwarranted confidence and like somehow is like really good at sports, which is why he's here.
Dumb as a rock, but then
He has no other skills except baseball.
Oh, baseball. Not even football, just baseball.
Yeah, that does make it worse.
It does. No, I love it though. So we now have a baseball team.
He's him. His skill is speech.
His skill is speech. I don't even think he's that good at speech.
Oh, I said beach just to
Oh,
reference like
Oh.
the
yeah,
Barbie
no, you're
movie.
right. You are so right. His skill
I-
is beach.
I was gonna say a speech like he's on the debate club, and then he's that person who always gets picked by the other school because they know that he's easy to beat.
Deuces
all that
McGee over here.
shit.
It's such a stupid name.
Okay, we have 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god. I just
4. Wait, there's so many men on the map though. Like so many men in the class.
Unfortunate.
right.
Let me change that.
Yeah,
one
make it a
second.
female character.
Also not saying
Everybody
it.
made men.
Listen, Stan could be a girl. Stanilla.
I know
Stella.
Taylor could be a guy or a girl,
Yeah.
but
So Bethany
I haven't-
and then it's like
I
a
haven't
boss
decided. All I said was they're a cheerleader, but they can still be male or female.
Yeah. Or non-binary.
Yes. Maybe Bethany's middle name could be Stan after her grandfather.
Would you say, Sammy? Sorry, you're a little quiet.
I said maybe Bethany's middle name could be Stan after her grandfather or something wild.
Bethany Stan Johnson. Honestly, I kind of like it. No, not the quotations. I hate that.
Everyone calls her Stan.
No. Actually, you know what? If that's what she wants, that's what she can have.
She's just really into Stan Twitter.
I gotta go. This is only session 0. And it's already
Let's make this even better.
I'm scared. Stanley. Oh god.
Bethany Stanley Johnson is like a serial killer.
It really is. I just want you to know that I will definitely be using these NPCs now.
I was thinking Bethany Bob Johnson, but yeah.
No.
Her initials BBJ.
No.
Goes well with Jason Jackoff. Oh,
God, we are all adults here.
There you go.
No. So now that we've made our seating chart, do we want to take like a quick 5-minute break, and then we can come back
Yeah,
and
sure.
do some kind of get started, but not really dive too deep into the plot for session 0?
Sure, I gotta pee.
sure.
I need to inhale liquids that are like water and or soda. So,
Yeah, I've been laughing so much I might need to go get my inhaler.
oh my god, please, please do.
I also made a conclusion, and it's gonna be Stanley instead of Bob.
Okay,
hmm
and what kind of person are they? Or do we just not?
That's a good question.
Are they just generic NPC?
generic NPC?
Got it.
Mhm.
Watch me turn these into to the big bad evils of the season.
Imagine.
Imagine. Hello, I just got back.
I mean, Chad Deuces McGee is such a villain name to me.
Yeah, that tracks.
Or Bethany could be this really, really white blonde, no, really, really white girl who every after school she would go to the coffee shop, get her favorite drink, and go to the park or something.
Hold on. I have to ask. And I'm probably gonna hate myself for asking this question.
You're fine, you're so good to ask.
Is she the kind of girl that would go to Jamaica and get her hair braided and come back?
Mhm.
Gross.
Oh no.
She's that girl. Okay.
And she would get like this fake skin tan too. She was like all
No.
orange. Yes. Also,
Oh
she doesn't,
God. This is evil.
and she doesn't like let it sit. So she like washes it in the shower, but instead of
Oh,
like
it's so streaky.
it's all streaky. Yeah.
We really just turned Bethany from like a good person who might be a little basic to something very foul and dark-sided in the matter of like 2 seconds.
I'm gonna add one more thing.
God, I'm scared.
She's a horse girl.
God damn it.
Yes.
I know who's dying first. All right, are we all back?
I'm back.
Azia.
I'm here.
Okay. So I don't really have much of a plot for a session. Actually, I did, but we're not in that room. So I'll just kind of change things around. So I guess before we start, I have one question for Morgan.
Yeah.
Does Morgan wear glasses?
No.
You are the one person here who does not have glasses on.
I feel like that makes them stand out even more.
I know, and it's great.
Yeah.
I just came up with something really awful.
Oh no.
At some point in time, this is totally up to you. And you can feel free to say no. But since you're taking your social cues from Caleb, what if you got fake glasses? Like, they don't have lenses.
I like that. It's awful.
It is
But
awful.
it's great.
Like I said, you don't have to do it. And that could be some.
One day, and I see somebody that literally just looks like me in a mirror. Like I'm looking at a mirror because they're copying everything I'm wearing.
I was really tempted to play a Kaku. Which is like, I think that's the name of it. It's the mimic class.
I
that
think
literally
so.
like tries to become people.
Okay, now that I've asked my evil questions for future plot lines, who would be the first to arrive in homeroom? Like, who's that person that shows up early?
I know Caleb would be there early. I'd probably be the first one in the room.
Okay. And if you're the first one in the room, do you do like, what do you do? Like, do you just like kind of just sit there and study? Do you get up to anything mischievous? Like, what's the vibe here?
Excuse me, excuse my throat. No, I would probably just come in and like take my seat and open a book or something. Like if I have a test that day, I'd probably be opening my book just to do some more studying, or if not that, probably just like doodling in a notebook while I wait for other people to arrive to talk with.
Okay. And then which of your posse is the one who, I guess, works, I'm gonna say quote unquote works the rumor mill, but I don't know if that's the way I want to phrase it, but who like has your ear on the ground and gets all the tea for you?
probably Ursula, since she's cheerleading captain.
All right. Would your phone be on vibrate, or would it be like completely silent?
Ooh, God, that's a tough one, because if it's like me in real life, my phone's always on silent.
Oh,
It's not
same.
even vibrate, it's always on silent. It's on silent, but my click are set to like bypass the silence and go to vibrate. So like when
Okay.
they text me, it vibrates in a different pattern for each one, so I know who it is just based on the vibration pattern.
Okay. That's crazy. But yeah. So I will say in the early morning, you feel that you get a text message from Ursula.
Okay.
Are you gonna open it, or are you just gonna leave her on red?
Well, so is it just me in the room still?
Yeah.
And yeah, like homeroom hasn't started, teacher's not there, I'm gonna open it up.
All right. So, and only because we said this during our break, I have to do it now. You get a text from Ursula, and it's just like, ugh. Bethany just came back from Jamaica again, and I don't know who told her that those braids were cute, but I think we need to do something about it. Kissy face emoji.
Kissy face emoji. I'm gonna reply back with the like rolling eyes emoji. And oh my god, I don't know. I'm not a gossip person. So reply back, rolling eyes emoji, and I said that, and then I'll send back. We'll come up with a plan and let me know. Send. In this instance, I'm like the boss. Like,
yeah,
I give her permission to do what she wants to do, but she's got to run it by me, and I got to approve it.
Okay. A couple seconds later, you'll get a reply. Should we bring up an anti-spray tan rule? Question mark. Thinking face emoji. The amount of stains. Right. I'm sorry. It's passing to everybody. I passed it through the internet. I am so sorry.
I'm just gonna send back an emoji. It's just a check mark.
I'm gonna say that the intent of a thumbs up emoji is not passive aggressive. It's just an okay.
Yeah, that's fine. She sends me a thumbs up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't take it as like passive aggressive.
Alright, who would be the next to arrive?
I feel like Kathy would be there pretty early too. Because she's like, nothing else to do except be in the art room.
I was gonna say Kathy could have come in like shortly after me, and me just like, because of the type of person she is and how she acts, like I just generally did not see her. Like she's is she kind of one of those people that you would almost just like look through, like when you're looking down the hallway, you look through them, they're there but you don't really notice some type person?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Kathy
Just
could
like
have
me
come
in
in
high
the
school.
God.
right, same. Kathy could have come in the room just, you know, a couple minutes or so after me, and I just didn't even realize they were there.
Yeah.
Okay, well now I have to change this because I feel like
And I guess what would Kathy be doing during homeroom?
Mostly fidgeting, you know, probably not studying there, just like doodling in the corners of her notes. Or just in a notebook, even. You know, she's generally an anxious person, so she's keeping an eye in the room. Always looking for an exit, you know.
Yeah.
Casual anxiety, of course.
Do you want to do the first roll of the game?
Do I?
Do you?
Yes, sure.
All right. So, as you sit there fidgeting, you hear this kind of like low, very faint whisper coming from behind you in your ear that says, "They're coming." And I want you to roll a cold check to keep your cool and to not freak out in this room right now.
I can do this from the character sheet, right?
Yeah, so on the character sheet, you should see like a little, I guess, like D20 next to like Colton. Or like the box next to Colton. If you click on that, it'll ask you to put in a comment. You don't have to do that. And then it'll ask you to put in a modifier. And then that's where you'll put your cold modifier in.
I'll just add my 2 modifier.
Yep. Okay, partial success. So what that means... So on a 7th or 9, the MC will, which is me, will tell you how your actions will leave you vulnerable, and you can choose to either back down or go for it, or go through with it. Oh God. So the way I was thinking of it, like, you don't... So I'm gonna guess that you're trying to like kind of keep this on the down low, like you're trying not to freak out too much, but in doing so, you kind of jump a little, which causes a... I guess, would you have like a notebook or a sketchbook on your desk?
Yes. So like a pencil or...
Yeah. So that would just kind of fall off and fall to the ground. And make like a loud noise.
In this empty room.
In this empty room with just Caleb.
Perfect.
And I'll let you choose how you react to that. As like kind of part of it.
I feel like it would bounce on the ground and she'd be like cringing. If you meant me.
I didn't mean you. Well, I mean both of you, but yes, you first, Sammy.
Yeah, she has no idea what that voice just was, and her pencil just fell to the ground, so she's like looking like she wants to reach for it, but she's kind of scared.
And Caleb, you just heard this loud fucking book hit the ground behind you.
Oh, it's a book, not a pencil now?
Oh, I thought it was a sketchbook and a pencil. But the pencil
okay.
rolled.
Oh, the pencil roll, even worse.
Well, okay, it's like in range where you can grab it with your foot, but not and like not have it be like super obvious that you're trying to grab your pencil, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
Okay, so I heard the sketchbook fall and smack the floor.
Mhm.
I'm gonna turn in the direction that I hear it coming from, just to like see what it is.
Mhm.
But I guess I would say, again, I kind of just like look right through. Like I'm not looking at the floor. It's more so I'm looking like eye level. So I scan the desks, like where Lucas and Jason would be, over to Kathy, to her desk where I see it coming from, but I don't see anything. Basically, like, yeah, Kathy's there, but I'm not, like I said earlier, like I kind of just look through her and I
Damn.
don't pay her too much attention.
Mhm.
And then I'm just gonna, like, so, you know, quickly turn, look around, be like, it's nothing, and then just go back to my notebook.
All right.
Kathy's gonna be like so tense throughout that, and then he like turns around and doesn't say anything, and she's gonna like have a sigh of relief.
Yes. I guess.
Can she gather her things?
Yeah. I was just gonna ask, do you like gather your stuff at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, she's just stopped drawing altogether and is just staring into the front of the room like, what was that?
All right. Who would be next to join the classroom? And we can also sacrifice NPCs to this chopping block as well.
It doesn't really matter. I just want to see if Trash Can, you want to go first, or I just don't want to see my guys go first. So.
I can. I think Morgan would be there probably as close to the bell
Yeah.
as possible.
Okay. Yeah.
Sebastian would end up being last. That's why he's literally right there at the door. So Morgan's probably just right before him. I would say at this point, you know, if no one else, Ursula and Taylor walk in together and then just sit down.
All right. Do you say anything to him?
No.
Okay.
Damn. Right.
All right, if no one wants to be next, we will sacrifice Bethany Stanley Johnson in the most outrageous spray tan imaginable. Streaky as hell. Definitely could have stayed in a chair or two, by the way. And she just goes in and just takes her seat. All right.
Ooh.
Do you want to go, Sriracha?
Yeah, I can go next.
Yeah. Do you do anything, or do you just like walk in?
So I'm gonna walk in, just stare at Bethany for a little while. It's like trying so hard not to laugh. Just like she would just go sit down and then like kind of fold her like head into her arms, trying so hard not to laugh at Bethany.
I will say, just to add to Bethany lore here, she has like the biggest pumpkin spice latte imaginable. Like if she could have it in a gallon, she has it in a gallon. It's, by the way, it's summertime. How the fuck she get a pumpkin spice latte? We will never know. Or I should say it's like the tail end of summer because we're just starting this semester or the year. So they're not out yet.
She's got that early access, that membership.
She has the Starbucks VIP membership. I hate it.
She yelled at them and said like, "Oh, I know."
Is she a Karen now? Wait, did we just make like the worst NPC?
Why am I not surprised?
So
She brings her own cup to Starbucks. She brings a whole
yes,
bell.
it's one of those like bedazzled ones too.
Oh God.
Let's just add to this. All right, I guess what does Penelope do during the beginning of homeroom?
She kind of sits there quietly, kind of reads her book and such, just minding her own business.
Ooh, what kind of book is she reading?
Ooh, okay. What year is it?
Modern day.
Modern day. Twilight.
I gotta go.
I was gonna say something else, but we're not gonna talk about that.
Wait, I kind of want to know now. You can DM it to me.
We can always change it to this too.
Wait, what? I'm scared. What are you changing it to? Absolutely not. We're actually, you know, I'm gonna out you right now. Absolutely not. We're not changing it to 50 Shades of Grey.
I was literally just typing in the Twitch chat about how I remember being a freshman in high school and drawing one, and there would be like a senior every day reading 50 Shades of Grey.
Absolutely
In there.
not.
And I was like, in school.
Absolutely
Listen,
not.
I started reading it like later 2024.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of good. Terrible, but very good.
I gotta go.
Very mixed opinions about it.
Actually, would she read 50 Shades of Grey? I will allow this fuckery to happen.
Sure, why not?
God damn it. No, okay, now here's the follow-up question. Is she trying to be stealthily reading it, or is she just like full pride in what she's reading?
Oh, she doesn't care. She just lets it out. Yeah.
She reads it out loud. I gotta go. No.
No. She's not reading it out loud.
That's awful.
Imagine though. He ties me up.
No.
There's like different voices for different characters. Reads it like a play.
Good.
You've been a bad girl, Anastasia.
No.
Next.
Anyways, which one of your NPCs would come in next?
I would say Jason and Lucas would probably also come in close to the bell.
Okay.
I think Deuces would arrive after the bell.
Oh, we're lucky if he even shows up.
Right.
All right. So I think at this point we would probably have the homeroom teacher show up. He's kind of like a little bit late. Oh my god, what's the actor's name? Have we all seen the hit movie Clueless?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So you know that history professor. I forgot the actor's name. Or was it geography? The main teacher.
The
Who's
guy
kinda
or
like
the
a-
girl?
The guy who's like a little short.
Um,
Kind of short, has bald hair apparently. Bald at the top, but like has hair on like the sides and back. Let me see if I can find the name.
Oh, is he the
Is
guy
that the guy from The Princess Bride?
I
Yeah.
think so.
so, do you want his name or the name of his character from Clueless?
The actor's name.
Wallace Shawn.
Yeah, imagine that. That kind of man just walks in, kind of like a little disheveled. He's carrying like a manila, or I don't know, it's like a manila folder, is it vanilla folder? I think it's manila.
Manila,
Thank
right?
you.
Yeah.
And well, that's what it's called in this universe. If it's wrong, then I don't know. He's carrying one of those, and there's just like papers like just on the just on the edge of calling out. Um, and like glasses that are just barely hanging on the tip of his nose. It's just so obvious that he was running late, even though he's on time. And he just like takes his position at like the desk. He doesn't really pay too much attention to you guys because it's just homeroom, so like it doesn't matter. As long as you guys aren't like being obnoxious, he doesn't really care. This God, do I give him a name? If I give him a name, that means he's important, and I don't think he's that important to have a name.
I just called him Mr. Sean, but
Okay, yeah, his name's Mr. Sean.
but whatever.
Cool, that's fine.
In my notes, I just wrote Wallace Shaw. And in parentheses, I was gonna put where he was in The Princess Bride.
God.
But I started accidentally writing 50 Shades.
All right, and then just for narrative's sake, we'll kind of skip ahead to Morgan.
Okay. Like, what are they doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? When you arrive and walk into the homeroom?
Yeah, they arrive at the bell because that's their understanding. Like, I
Yeah.
have to be. This is the time the class starts. I need to be there at that time. They're probably working on an article for the paper. Probably like some dumb event, maybe at the school or in the town. The writing style is very like mechanical. Like, she doesn't have her dad's talent for
Mm-hmm.
prose. She's not, or they don't have like a grasp of like metaphors. So it all reads like a technical manual.
I love it.
Yeah, it looks like they're working very hard, but they don't really know what the fair is about or what people do in fairs. So
Oh, thank you. Gave me a future episode idea. Thank you.
I mean, occasionally I think they'll look up and kind of just observe people as they work. But, I don't want to say mostly Caleb, but
I mean, well, most of the time it's Caleb.
yeah. They're not paying attention to Deuces, though.
I mean, is Deuces even here yet?
Probably not. Even if he was, I don't think they understand him. It's like a very dumb unicorn.
Yeah. Okay. This is gonna sound so shady the way I'm gonna ask this question, but does Penelope have any friends? Outside of like people on
That
the
hurts.
I'm sorry, outside of people on like the student council.
It's okay, no. I feel like I was gonna say this earlier, but I was gonna say no. I feel like Caleb's her only friend. Like, she pretends to be Bethany's friend, but she's like,
Ooh.
"Hi, girl, I don't like you."
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, I have to figure out how to get everybody there at some point, but ignore the fact that I just said that out loud. God. My brain just farted so bad. And I lost my train of thought.
My condolences.
Thank you.
I mean, Kathy could be her potential friend, because what we talked about earlier could
Mhm.
be a potential chance of why they could be friends.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Or how they be friends. Does that make sense?
I like that idea. Kathy needs a friend outside of her cousin.
Yeah. So, Caleb, you
Yes.
you get, well, since we're all here, you feel, hmm, I guess which one out of your group would be the one who knows where all the parties are at?
Definitely. I'd say Nathaniel or Sebastian. Probably Sebastian.
Okay.
Being the wrestling hotshot and all.
All right. This is gonna be a crazy. Okay. So, Kathy, you feel someone tap you on the back of your shoulder.
She jumps and turns around.
So you see that Sebastian has a folded piece of paper and he's like holding it out to you. And I don't know Sebastian's personality yet, so I'm gonna kind of say this blandly. He's gonna ask you to pass this note over to Taylor.
She'll nod her head and just squeak out a little here and pass it to Taylor. You know, if anything, just, you know, kind of slides it on her desk and hope she notices.
Is Taylor one to notice if something slides on her desk? Is she that observant? Or would it take her a minute to find out?
It'll take her a minute. So Taylor is kind of like Brittany S. Pierce from Glee.
Jesus.
Maybe not as dumb, but like
Yeah.
personality wise, like she's very aloof and
Okay.
playful and everything. So she might not notice it right away, but you know, maybe when she pulls away from her conversation with Ursula and like, you know, whatever, she might notice it. But if it's something like you want to get her attention for right away, no.
Okay. So the note sits there for a minute or two. I'm assuming Kathy has no reaction to this? Or she just does not pay attention to the fact that Taylor's just like not actively taking a note?
She's kind of like anxiously looking over there because she's like, oh, the time has passed to say something. Should I say something now? Oh no, I shouldn't say something now. What if she thinks it's for me?
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I just gave your character anxiety.
It's okay, she already has it.
I made it worse.
The anxiety was already there.
I would say like 3 minutes pass by before she notices. And Taylor looks at the note and confused. Would she open it without knowing who the note's from?
I think first she would kind of like look at the note and then be like look around her. She'd be like, okay, I know this didn't come from Ursula or Nathaniel. And then she'd kind of like glance to her right to Kathy, and to her, it's an empty desk. Like
oh my god.
She doesn't see anybody because she's, you know, when I say Brittany S. Pierce, also think Karen from Mean Girls, like very into herself and ditzy, and she's just like, if it's not about her, she doesn't really care. And then she'd turn and look behind her and she'd see Chad and she'd be like, well, I definitely know it's not from him. So she kind of just realizes I don't know if he is. So she kind of realized that it was from Sebastian, and then yeah.
All right. When she this this is gonna sound really bad, but would she flip it over before she unfolded it? Would she like investigate it or just like open it?
Is it just like a piece of paper folded in two?
It's kind of folded up into like a little triangle.
Oh, like one of those paper footballs?
Kinda.
Like, oh, hey, let me hide my note.
Yeah.
Seeing that and realizing that it's from Sebastian, she would kind of just know what to do with it, so she wouldn't worry about what's inside.
Okay. The only reason why I ask is because on the back side of it that's facing on the desk, your name's written on it. That's the only reason why I ask.
Okay, so now, I mean, she clearly knows who it's for.
Yeah.
And realizing the shape and looking around and seeing Sebastian, she goes, okay, this is from him, and she knows which direction to send it.
All right, so it takes some time, maybe like a minute for it to get up to you, because I don't know if Nathaniel really pays attention. I mean, would he?
I'm sure Brittany would, or Brittany, oh my god.
Yeah, same thing.
Taylor would probably like tap him on the shoulder to actually get his attention.
See, I'll say you at this point you do get said note from Sebastian. And I'm assuming that you're going to open it.
Sure.
And it is a note letting you know that there's a party this weekend at the abandoned Great Berry Estate. Which is, so I know you wanted to go for founding member or founding family of the town. This was the family that like first settled, and then like later on your family came in, so you're like kind of like part of that group, if that makes sense.
Sure.
So Caleb would know that this is a fucking huge ass mansion at I think it's the north end of town. Let me look.
It just says outside of town that was passed down 2 miles away from the vineyard or lumberyard.
Yeah. Yeah, so based on my amazing emoji map, it's on the northeastern side of town, kind of like towards the outside. You would also probably know that's, if you can find your way to get in, that's a pretty good spot to have parties, because it's outside of town. No one really knows how to get in. It's a big ass mansion. There's lots of rooms to do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Okay.
So what do you do with this information?
Okay, so it tells me where it's at the estate.
Yep.
When? Does it say when again?
We'll say this Saturday at like 9 p.m.
Saturday at 9, and we're assuming it like it's Monday, right? It's the start of the week. For now, I'm just gonna put the note in my pocket.
Okay. And would Sebastian and Penelope be close to each other in terms of like relationship wise, or are they just kind of like we see each other and just say hi?
So the way I see it, Penelope knows the four of them, Ursula, Taylor, Nathaniel, Sebastian, and myself through, well, they know them four through me.
Yeah.
From student body. I will maybe let Penelope decide that.
Okay.
Sebastian, like all I'm really saying is, he's on the wrestling team, and I don't know. She wants to make him a friend. That's up to her. I don't know.
I mean, why not? Can you describe what he looks like again?
Oh, I didn't even say yet. I just said he was on the wrestling team. I didn't even say what he looked like because I don't know yet. But yeah, I mean, let's say, they're not like best friends, but they've definitely like talked at some parties before and school events. I don't know if they've had like deep conversation, but they're like, hey, what's up? How's wrestling going? They've had general interactions.
So it wouldn't be weird if Penelope got a text from Sebastian.
That went for me or him?
Either or.
Either or. I don't say why not. I don't think it's that weird.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
So I was gonna say I would feel like he maybe wouldn't text her, but like when he met up with Caleb after like a student body meeting that week, like he would then maybe converse with her there in person. And maybe that's how he comes to get her number. I don't know if he'd had it yet.
Never mind then. And is Morgan paying attention to all this note passing going around?
At this point, yeah, I think they would.
Okay. And I guess, like, do you try to do anything? Do you try to, like, take note of what's going on? Like, I guess, what's your reaction being a hollow?
I don't think it quite registers that there's something written on the piece of paper to begin with. It just kind of looks like they're just passing around paper for no reason.
Okay.
So, like, knowing that, like, Morgan, like, slides just a blank piece of paper on Taylor's desk.
Oh, no. I guess Taylor was just kind of like, after a couple minutes to look at it, would she do anything with a blank piece of paper?
She would probably, like, she'd probably look at the paper, see that it's blank, and then just, like, I don't know, I guess start making, like, a to-do list or something on it. Like,
yes.
She's thinking, like, oh, this is my own piece of paper, like, I already took this out of my notebook or my folder or something.
Morgan feels useful.
And she's just like, make appointment to get my nails done, make appointment to get my hair done, go buy makeup, making a list.
I think Morgan's also probably interested in, like, the social hierarchy in the classroom. Like, everyone seems to be interested or look up to Caleb, and I think that's why they kind of singled him out to begin with.
Ooh, okay.
Again, like, that sounds so bad.
No, I know what you mean. And for funsies, it's probably been about like 30 minutes at this point. And we'll just say Chad arrives.
30 minutes later.
Yeah. No one says anything.
He just gives a loud sup.
Yeah. Sits down like extra fucking loud too. What were you saying,
Like, he gets his ringtone is the Thong Song by Cisco.
Oh,
Jesus. I hate that.
I hate him. But also, he's the best character I've ever made.
He is Both him and Bethany are both the worst characters I've ever seen, and yet I
I-
hate that I love them.
I would think that Chad and Bethany, if they aren't dating, they're definitely like
That's what I was about to say.
No.
those like they're that on off, sleeping with each other all the time couple, probably.
You know what? Fuck it. Why not? I
He
guess
left a mess with this one. What?
for anyone who would actually pay attention to Chad walking into the classroom, he like lowers his like, God, of course he would wear sunglasses indoors because he's that kind of dude. He like lowers his sunglasses a little and just gives Bethany like the nastiest look, and then goes and sits down after he says sup really loudly, and then sits down really loudly.
He's that
He's also
meme of
wearing-
that guy who's wearing
What?
the backwards ball cap
Oh,
and
what?
the sunglasses are on his hat, but he's trying to shield
Yes.
him from the sun with his hand. That's Deuces. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Deuces. No, you're good.
I was gonna say he's wearing flip flops. What if he's wearing Crocs?
They're in
Crocs,
sport mode.
Crocs does make flip flops, by the way.
Yeah.
Crocs in
Oh.
sport mode.
Oh no, these are all good. Oh God, I don't know. Hold on, I know I'm not supposed to roll. Let me roll. Let me flip a coin. Alright, if it's 1, it's Crocs in sports mode. If it's 2, it's the Croc flip-flops. I rolled a 1. God, I don't really even think Chad really follows the school uniform.
I mean, the list did say any type of shoes.
I
allowed.
mean from the shoes up.
By the way, they're camo Crocs.
Oh, I hate it. I hate that so much.
And he's wearing like the like calf high white socks, but you can tell like because they're Crocs and you can see through the holes, like you can tell the socks like might not be fresh because they're not pearly white. They're like an off white color, like his feet are sweating and they haven't been washed once or twice or something, or it's like the 3rd day in a row he's wearing them.
Oh, I hate it. Ew. Oh my God.
Yeah, he and Bethany deserve each other.
This is just session 0.
And we're spending more time on the NPCs than
No,
ourselves.
this is great.
It's world building.
It is world building. Oh my God. I'm just imagining this man now. I'm gonna say his like shirt, because you wanted to add in that his socks were dirty. His shirt is just extremely wrinkled and untucked. Maybe
He's
has
very
a stain.
unkept.
Yeah.
A few stains.
Maybe has
Ooh, and
one
under-
stain.
Like in my
How about
head, he's
underneath
just
the
a
armpit?
teenage, Fred Durst,
Fred Durst, who's that?
Limp Bizkit.
Red don't.
Good. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me look at what he looked like in like the 2000s. Yeah. Yeah, that's canon now. Chin strap, beard, and all.
Yeah.
Well, not the chin strap.
But it's like kind of patchy. It's not even full.
Okay.
It's even worse.
I
All right. Enough about this man. Is Kathy doing anything now that everybody's in the classroom?
Breathing exercises to calm down.
Oh no.
God,
Do ghosts breathe?
they do now.
She has to do something, and that's the closest. She's What's another mental exercise? She's doing grounding exercises.
Amazing.
She's doing Roy G. Biv. That's one. Points. She's identifying things in the classroom that are each color of the rainbow.
Oh my god. I will say that you do find at least one thing for every color of the rainbow.
Okay, she can be grounded now.
I will ask if anyone wants to do anything during homeroom. Or if we just kind of want to, like, skip ahead a bit.
I think I'm good.
I'm also good.
Okay.
Sriracha, was there anything that you wanted to do?
Sorry about that. I was away.
There you go.
No, she's kind of just focused on her book and just reading.
Alright.
Yeah, she lost in her thoughts.
Alright, we're gonna kind of... Because role-playing classroom stuff is not always the most fun to do, especially in a session 0.5. Is there anything you guys want to do during the actual school day itself? Or are you guys just kind of like going to your classrooms, getting acclimated to your schedules? Stuff like that.
Probably.
That is all Kathy would be doing.
Okay.
I think Morgan would be really absorbed and like, kind of excited to be in the classes, but also annoyed that most of like the first day is like syllabus work and stuff.
Right.
They just want to get to actually learning things.
And you know what? You don't have to like give me like very specific classes. Like, oh, I'm taking algebra 3 or whatever. But like, what kind of classes would each of your guys' characters take? Or like, what fun elective classes would you take? Let's do that because it's more character building.
It's so long since I've been in high school.
Right?
We
I
can
don't
just
even
make up,
know.
like, we can just make up shit. Like, oh, I want to
Painting
do,
3.
yeah, like painting 3, or I guess ancient literature or some shit like that. Like, what kind of shit would, like, if you could make up any class for this character, like, what would they be interested in? And since we're at like a private school, it can literally be anything, because why not? It's Plot Town.
I think Morgan thinks they like literature classes, but they just naturally gravitate more towards like math. And, like if there is like a computer programming class, they would do that.
Sure, why not? There's a computer programming class now.
And they're the only student.
I would say there's probably like 2 other students in there with you. Probably
Yeah.
like if we have like a robotics team or some shit like that, they would probably be there. But what about everybody else? What kind of vibe would your character go for?
I feel like speech would be kind of good for Penelope. Maybe like a debate almost, like a debate class.
Okay.
Morgan would
Mhm.
also be in that. I forgot that's a thing.
I also forgot that's a thing. I took that for 1 year and I said absolutely not.
Mood.
Sorry, I had to write some notes for future plot ideas. And I guess, what about Caleb? Would you try to take the same classes as the rest of your posse, or would you kind of like separate out a little bit more?
I'd probably have a class. Like, how many classes are in a day? Like, how are we doing?
You want to do 8?
Okay, so out of the 8, I probably have like 1 or 2 of them and like 3 of them.
Okay.
Because Caleb's taking like all the like AP or honor classes.
Mhm.
Which like Ursula's probably in 2 of those. Let's say like Nathaniel's probably in 1 of them, and that's about it. Otherwise, they're not in any of his classes.
Okay. All right. So, I'm assuming no one wants to do anything throughout the normal school day. If no one does, then I think, Caleb, you would get a text from one of your group members. You can pick which one, because I don't know if it matters, but they are basically asking for just like a preliminary student council meeting in the library after school, just for like a little bit.
So they're on student council with me?
Yeah, just someone from your group. You can pick whoever sent it to you.
Let's do Sebastian. Let's say he's like not the treasurer, but like the recorder or whatever.
Mhm.
Like he takes the minutes of the meeting and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so I open the message and you say library, right?
Yep.
Alright, so I'll go and meet him in the library. Well, it's after school
Yeah.
already.
Unless someone wants to do anything during the school day, then we can like jump around. But if not,
I was gonna say like if this is like a pre-council meeting, like I could see him texting, like asking to meet in the library during like lunchtime or something.
okay.
Because we have a meeting after school. I don't know. Either or, I'm fine. I'll go to wherever he wants.
He thinks that it might take like just a little bit longer than what you can cover in a lunch period, so he's gonna suggest after school.
Alright, that's fine. Then we'll do that after school.
I'm assuming that you would also fill in Penelope on that too, throughout like the school day.
Oh, is he wanting to have like multiple student body
Yeah.
people there, or okay? I thought he was
It's
like
kind of like
me, like he wanted to talk to me before the meeting type of
No,
thing.
no. It's just like, let's all kind of get together since we just came back from summer break and just have a quick chat on like what we want to do.
Okay, well, oh, I feel like I'd send that text out.
Or maybe he was
Okay.
asking if we can do that instead.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably text like the entire like student council, the student body, like all the people. There's I'd say like 5 or 6 of us, and see if if you can make it, impromptu student body meeting, library, after school today, and I'd send it out to everybody. So it'd be me, Sebastian, Penelope, and then like 2 or 3 other NPC people. Unless anybody else wants to get in on it.
If Kathy don't gotta come, she don't gotta come.
Right.
She's in the reserve units.
Gotcha.
And would you even have Morgan's phone number?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But based on everything, I feel like Morgan's probably just gonna like follow and be there anyways.
I mean, you don't gotta say it like that.
You don't, but it's kind of true though.
But also,
Morgan like watching the meeting through the book stacks.
No.
like Caleb's gonna be like, they turn around at the party and they're just gonna be there.
Oh God. That, I don't know if that's worse.
It is. It is.
All right, so Kathy, in your last class for the day, your teacher highly suggests that people go down to the library and pick up one of the required readings for the class. I'll kind of like, if you want to pick out what it is, go for it. Or we can just say generic required reading that can be found in the library. And to get it early because it is a very high in demand book, and don't wait till like the last minute because it might be completely checked out.
Yes, she would go down to the library then.
Alright.
And pick up. What did they read, Junior? Macbeth?
Sure. We can say Macbeth. So I would say that teacher probably lets you out of class like a little bit early so you can go grab it. But by the time you get down there and get the book checked out, it's already at like the end of school. Would that sound fair to everybody? Mostly Kathy. I don't know why I said everybody.
Yes.
Okay. And then I need to change my music. I need spooky music. But I'll get spooky music next time.
I've taken off my casual thing right now, so...
You have what?
Take it off my casual right now?
I
It's
said
like,
spooky
listen.
music, not...
No, I know.
Not
I said that's
clubbing
playing for me right
music.
now.
Girl, the fucking... The difference in setting from that music is crazy.
No, I didn't.
That is not setting the mood at all.
Hold on.
But anyways, I would say at this time, Caleb, you and the student council would probably be coming into the library, and then I guess Morgan, would you also be following along? Or would you like wait a little bit and then go in? Or would you not even be there? Because you can also not be there.
Can you say the first part of that again? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So everyone in the student council just walked into the library. Would you also go in directly behind them, or would you like wait a couple minutes and go in? Or just not be there?
I think there's a limit to how creepy they can be.
Yes.
I don't think they'll be there.
Okay. So that'll change things a little, but that's fine.
I mean, they can be there.
No.
I'm also fine with that.
Only if you want to be there.
Okay, continue.
Okay. So, as you guys are getting set up in the library, and then I guess in order to leave you, I guess Morgan would have to like kind of cross by it. All of you hear the sound of someone crying very loudly. But it doesn't really have like a set direction where it's coming from.
So it's just like all around us, or we just can't figure out.
It sounds, I guess for Morgan, it's like a little bit louder, but for people in the library, it's definitely coming from outside, but you can't really tell if it's like what direction from the hallway it's coming from, if that makes sense.
Okay, well, I mean, Morgan would try to find something. I
Okay.
don't think even they would ignore it.
Kathy is tentatively trying to figure out what's going on.
All right, what are Caleb and Penelope doing?
So we're at this meeting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm kind of just Penelope's just kind of sitting there, listening to whatever they have to say. She's debating whether or not she wants to listen to music. She has like earbuds are wrapped for like this. They're not even like all like tangled. They're like wrapped perfectly. And she has her phone in the other pocket, and she's just gonna like, I'll listen to this whole meeting. It might be important.
All right, and then you also hear the crying coming from the hallway.
She looks concerned about the whole crying, but she doesn't want to go off the hallway because it might be I don't know.
Right.
Sounds scary.
And then what's Caleb doing as he hears this?
I'm kind of waiting for like other people to kind of, I guess, gather the information or be like, it came from over there. No, it came from over here. Like I heard it, but I'm waiting for somebody else to kind of tell me where it is or what it is.
Okay. So, Morgan, since you're out in the hallway still, trying to investigate it, what's happening, you hear, well, first you notice that the lights above you start flickering. At first it's kind of like a slow, kind of like in and out, but then it kind of goes like kind of crazy. And the lights could pop if they kept going like that, but for now, they're just kind of going a little crazy. And behind you, you hear the sound of the crying getting a little bit louder, followed by footsteps running towards you.
Oh fuck! I unplugged my headset.
There we
I'm
go.
back. I'm sorry.
You're good. Oh.
Okay, robot.
Yeah.
Underwater robot.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. Head.
And there it goes again.
Yep. All right. It's all good. Technical difficulties happen. We will.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I
Okay.
don't think that should happen again.
No, you're good. You are fine for now, though. But did you? Were you able to catch what I said?
It went out somewhere around the lights were flickering.
Okay. So the lights are flickering like crazy right now, and you hear the sound, like the crying sound, getting louder behind you, and followed by the sound of footsteps running up towards you from behind.
Okay, I am going to spin around and look. Or attempt to, I guess.
Yeah. You see, it's really easy to miss if you really weren't paying attention, but you see like the faintest shadow running towards you. But before you can do anything, it just runs right through you. You don't really feel anything.
It runs through me?
Yep.
Like Ghost?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm kind of shook by that. And if I turn around, do I see it running in the other direction, or is it gone?
I would say that this is like a straight hallway, but it's gone now. And there's like really no way for that to run to without you seeing it.
Right.
And it's at this point, someone in the library would probably say that they hear something coming from outside, and if they should look into it.
Like, I hear that coming from the library.
It would probably be pretty faint, but I would also say that's for everybody else if they want to jump in on the action.
I'd tell Taylor to go look.
God damn it.
Why?
No, have Bethany look. No.
Bethany's not even
Taylor.
there.
Bethany's not there.
No.
Actually, no, Bethany is there, but she's making out with Chad in the corner.
God damn it.
In the corner.
Oh yeah, Taylor's probably not there because she's not on student council. I forgot. Yeah, if Bethany and Chad are there, it would just be like, I feel like somebody would be like, "Hey guys, did you hear that? I think someone's calling your name in the hall," just to like get them to go out in the hall and investigate.
They are too into what they are doing to really pay attention. And if someone really pays attention, you can see like a small streak of a spray tan on the wall.
Oh, no.
All right. I guess I don't know who all else is there out of all of us. Oh, actually, do we notice Morgan?
Probably not.
Okay, then I'm gonna tell Sebastian to go check what's going on out in the hallway.
Okay. Is anyone else going to look?
Kathy would let curiosity get the better of her.
Okay. Would Penelope go out?
Why not? Just for the fun of it.
All right.
Oh god, okay.
Stop.
Okay. So
So Penelope probably like, because I tell Sebastian to go out, like she'd probably go with him.
Mhm.
I
yeah.
don't know.
Okay. So now, as I guess who would go out first out of the three of you guys in the library still? Or I guess who would be closest to the door first? Would be my question.
I feel like
I mean,
Kathy is always close to the door. Oh, excuse me?
no, you're fine. Are you talking about like us in the
Yeah.
library? I feel like Sebastian would probably just, be the gentleman and go out first.
All right. Unless Kathy wants to go out first.
I thought Kathy was in the hallway.
Oh no, I said
What was it?
the three of you guys who are still in the library who would go out first. And so I would assume it would be Kathy, then Sebastian, then Penelope, then. In that order?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter to PH. I just want to know like the order of things and how it looks narratively. So as they enter the hallway, you guys all now see the flickering lights. The crying has definitely gotten louder for those who were in the library, but Morgan's still same volume. But with a loud pop and a slight shatter, the lights above you completely go out and break and pop with the crazy ass electricity going on. And you hear the sound of something heavy hitting the stone ground. Or like the floor of the school. I don't know if it's stone, but we'll say that it is stone, because why not, I guess. And when that happens, the crying stops and it goes dead silent in the hall. I don't know, I would say probably after like 30 seconds, the lights flicker back on. And everyone who's out in that hallway sees... Okay. Okay, so I would say that's probably like a clock hanging up like on top of the wall. Kind of like overhead, if that makes sense. Because I think some schools have that. I know mine did. But if you were to pay attention, you would notice that the time stopped at 4:44. And you would see written on the walls in like a dark red liquid 444 written everywhere and like a spiral towards the exit. And at that point, Sebastian would probably come grab you to tell you that someone vandalized the school. But as that's happening, what's everyone else doing that's in the hallway right now?
So Morgan was like frozen and her eyes like as wide as they can go throughout that entire thing. Like pretty much since the shadow ran through her, through them. I think once people went into the hallway, she like they just like kind of shuffle closer to them, like maybe like breathe like under their breath, like help, 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 help. Honestly, they're just waiting for Caleb to get there because they know he's still in the library.
Yeah. All right, what about...
So most of us are in the hallway, right?
So it would be Morgan, Penelope, and Kathy right now. Because Sebastian went inside to go grab Caleb.
I would say when the lights... Did the lights shatter or just go out?
It sounded like they popped and shattered, but they are clearly working. So you're not really sure how that happened, but...
If she heard them pop and shatter, she would have screamed.
Do you want to roll to keep your cool?
Sure.
I mean, all you guys can. I mean,
yeah.
since it's session 0, I'm not going to make you guys roll too much. I'll ask you, but once we hit session 1, I'm going to be like, yeah, we're going to roll for the shit.
I'll roll. Why not?
Okay, this is not spooky music. This is like cool rock music. This sounds like the fucking Buffy the Vampire Slayer theme song.
I think I'm doing this right. Yeah.
Just clarifying, it is cold.
Yep, it is cold. Oh, hell yeah. Love to see it. Oh, okay. So, I guess, Sriracha, would you like to roll as well? Since you're in the hallway. So you'll go ahead and make a cold roll for me.
How would I do that again?
So in your character sheet, pull yours up really quickly. So do you see that little like dice icon next to the cold box?
Okay.
So you'll click on that, and then you'll put in like a little comment. It can be whatever. And then you'll add 1 to your modifier.
So like +1.
Yep. I think you just put 1, not +1, but I think. We'll see. Holy shit.
Oh wow.
So we got a 9, a 10, and a 10. So. Okay, so we'll start with the partial success with Morgan. I think this one's pretty easy. Just because you're at the front of the group, you're probably going to be the first one. If anything were to attack, you'd be the first one that gets attacked. So you can either like choose to stay in the front, or you can try to like slink your way to the back.
Given the circumstances, I think they would try to slink to the back.
Okay. And then for the two guys that rolled a 10, on a 10 plus to keep your cool, you can gain some insight. So you get to ask me a question about the situation and take 1 forward on acting on that information. So basically you'll get a +1 to the next roll that involves the supernatural bullshit.
Is there any like footsteps that are like, if this is a spirit, is there any like?
No, you're fine. You don't see any footsteps, but because you did get a 16, like a 10, both you guys got 10s. That's crazy. You would. The way some of the 4s are written, they kind of, it almost looks like they're being dragged towards like the center of the door, or like the center of the hallway towards the exit.
Definitely.
So it's almost like someone was being dragged as they were writing it, kind of thing. But not all the numbers are like that, only some.
And if it's this red liquid stuff, and it's blood, can Penelope basically taste it like, and she kind of tell him no, or
Do
she
you?
kind of promise.
Are you?
Or maybe not taste it, but smell it and know.
Okay.
Like, if it's blood, she should be able to smell it, you would think.
Yeah, true.
I mean, for everybody else, it looks like blood, but like if you were to go up and sniff it, yeah, it's definitely blood. But it's not fresh.
Oh no.
It's been there for a minute.
I was gonna say, if I can also have a question.
Yeah.
Well, my question was gonna be like, is it paint?
No.
Kathy paints. No.
If you want to ask a different question, you can. I will allow that, but if not, then Kathy definitely recognizes that this is not paint.
I almost want to say, would she recognize that it's blood?
I would say it's...
She doesn't have to.
From Kathy's perspective, it would be safe to assume that it's blood, but you probably wouldn't be able to tell how old it is. You can tell that it's not like actively running. So you know it's not like fresh. But you wouldn't be able to tell like, oh, this blood was here from like 7 days ago.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she's panicking. Silently, apparently.
Silently. Alright, and I would say probably at this point, Caleb would know that in Sebastian's eyes, someone had graffitied the wall. And it's up to you if you want to go out and see.
Sure.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll because you didn't see it flash, but like when you go out there, you definitely see it Like all the fours written everywhere in that spiral.
Okay.
How do you react?
I'm gonna ask out loud to, everybody there and be like, what's with all the fours?
Kathy is too stunned to speak.
Does Morgan do anything? Or say anything in return?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat what you said? I was distracted by the rolls.
Sorry. I think Caleb asked like what was going on with all the fours, or what's up with all the fours.
Yeah, not so much like, oh, where'd the blood come from, or is that blood? I'm more like, what's with the fours?
I mean, Morgan's just gonna shake their head, like, I don't think they're necessarily gonna say anything. They wish they had answers. But also they're silently kind of freaking out.
And I know Sriracha said BRB, so we can always retroactively go back if Penelope said anything, but as you guys sit there looking at everything, the lights shut off again, and a piercing scream echoes throughout the hallway before it quickly stops. And lights flicker back on. All the fours are gone, and the clock now reads 4:45. And everyone there knows that you guys were definitely standing there for more than a minute.
Kathy has just like shrunk up against the wall, like about to like wanting to like stutter. Did that happen? But she doesn't quite make the words out.
I think Morgan would like investigate the clock, not knowing what else to do. Like,
Yeah.
like try to take it off the wall, but they're not quite tall enough.
I would also say it's definitely bolted to the wall.
Yeah, so.
But it sounds like a normal clock. Does Caleb do anything?
I would probably go back inside the library and just leave those in the hallway to figure it out.
Said absolutely fucking not.
Just noped out of there.
Honestly, that is such a valid reaction.
Yeah, honestly. I think Morgan would probably follow him inside the library. Just like, I guess this is what we do.
Yeah. And I guess would Kathy still stay out there, or would Kathy go back in to the library?
Kathy would go back in because she needs like to metaphorically sit down for a minute.
Metaphorically.
She needs to
She's so emotionally sad.
I don't know, does she get woozy? Probably. She has
Probably.
anxiety. She looks like she's having a heart attack.
God.
In her head, it's definitely like what random ghosts are doing this to me?
Also, Sriracha, are you back?
Yep, I'm back. Look.
Okay. So I'll fill you in on what Penelope saw. So, the lights shut off again. There was a loud scream, but after the loud scream, the lights came back on. All the fours are gone from the wall, and the clock now reads 4:45.
Interesting. Okay.
You also saw that Caleb went back into the library. Morgan was looking at the clock, probably gonna see if it was still working. And you probably saw Kathy go into the library again a little bit after.
Okay.
And Morgan also went in too, after looking at the clock.
So that's what everyone else did.
Yes. So what is Penelope doing?
Is Sebastian also in the hallway? Did you go back to the library?
He probably definitely went back into the library.
Is she like kind of stand there like froze, like what just happened, and then do like slowly walks back into the library?
Okay.
Here, this.
No, go ahead.
Oh, that's all. That's all. That's all I was gonna say. I didn't know if you were gonna say it or not.
No.
You didn't? Okay.
Oh, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh, okay.
Or you guys can interrupt me. That's how this works. If you guys want to do something, please interrupt.
No, I hate interrupting. I'm like, oh, sorry.
Also, yes, Chad and Bethany are still making out through all of this. Just so we are aware.
There's more streaks on the walls.
No, it's just that one. We're not gonna destroy the whole school in session 0.
They're just a bunch of fours and spray tan ones.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I think that's where we end our session 0. 0.5 technically. Because it's been 3 hours and 33 minutes. Oh my god, I did not plan that.
The mystery is afoot.
It is. But how do you guys feel about this so far? I know it's only session 0.5, but
I'm enjoying it. I really like it.
I'm also really enjoying it. Very intrigued.
Yeah, I think I'll have more of an idea what to do the more we play it, as it is with all tabletop games.
Yes.
So I'm very excited.
I'm gonna ask, have you guys played? I know Matt and Sriracha haven't, but have you, Sammy, or Trash played a Powered by the Apocalypse game before, or a game where they have like partial successes?
No, this is my first time.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
I like the idea of partial successes. I think that's
It's a fun role.
interesting. Yeah.
Does that VTM happen or
I
no?
think they do.
Or like succeed at a cost.
Yeah. Yeah, no one failed a roll yet. Everyone succeeded their rolls.
Hell yeah, for now.
For now,
For now.
I'm ready for the failures.
Honestly, same. I feel like Morgan's
Hang
just
on
gonna
it.
get their ass killed. I just have that feeling.
Actually, I feel like Morgan would be the only one to survive. In some weird way.
Now they're the student council president.
Yes. How does one do that? I don't know.
I don't either,
It's
actually.
fine.
I also love these god-awful NPCs that we made today.
Yeah, that
They-
was a really fun part too.
They are definitely getting used later.
Funny enough, I feel like I know Chad better than I do my own character so far, because he's just
Okay, well, Chad's a simple dude.
I knew that dude in high school.
I think we all knew that dude in high
We
school.
all do.
Yeah.
He does rugby as a sport.
Now, don't come for rugby now. Caleb's gonna have some words.
I was thinking of what's it called? I almost said Saltburn. No, Heartstopper.
Not Saltburn.
Two
How do
very
you?
different
Those are
videos.
two very different.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I thought of Saltburn right away. I don't know why. And then I was like, oh no, that's Heartstopper.
Not heartburn.
Shut up! I didn't mean to say that. I almost said that. We'll talk about that.
Heartburn, the unnecessary and unwanted crossover event between Saltburn and Heartstopper.
I think my next step is getting art. Looking at this blank space is bothering me.
I send over stuff to me and I can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm also getting rid of Caleb's art by next session.
Yeah, I know you wanted them drawn and stuff, so that was more for references.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I can delete that now because I don't need it. Since we're at the end of the session. Oh, there
I'm
is.
just sad.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna make a comment like, isn't Saltburn and Heartstopper both set in the UK, or am I wrong? I've never seen Saltburn.
Yes, they both are.
Canonically, they could both exist at the same time.
I think Saltburn takes place in 2006. So they
Oh,
could.
yes. They could.
They could. Saltburn could be the prequel. I know that's so awful. I'm so sorry.
That's terrible.
That is terrible.
I'm sorry.
I will say, because there are only 4 of us, or 4 of you guys, if someone, this is something I like to do whenever I run a game because I don't like missing a lot of sessions if I can avoid it. So if there is someone who can't make it for whatever reason, I like to do little background stories and or flashback episodes to where we can like fully flesh out your characters a little bit more. But with
Ooh,
that,
yes.
I think I'm gonna say you guys don't get experience, but you do get the strings if there are any. So that way there's not like a crazy ass power dynamic for someone who misses, but you guys still get something out of it.
Okay.
And if you want your condition, if you somehow do get a condition during the flashback, if you want that to carry over, you can, but you don't have to. I leave that part up to you as a player.
Now I want to start making a Spotify playlist for every single character. Not the NPCs, but like all of our characters.
Okay, but you have to make one for Chad though.
I will, yeah, of course.
You just have to
It's
have
all
like
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit and like crazy hip hop. I don't know what
Got
that
you. I'll do
means.
that.
Actually, no, I feel like you would listen to 50 Cent.
Okay, I got you.
50 Cent and Drake.
Like,
He seems like a Drake kind of guy.
and then you said this is present day.
Yeah.
Would this be like early 2000s present day or like this present day, like 2025?
Like 2025.
Okay, got you. Okay,
I'm
so
not
I can.
I'm not doing my 2000s one yet. That might be like a different series.
I don't blame you. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make
Dad.
chance. Oh.
No, I gave everyone the coughs. I'm so sorry.
Been waiting.
Sorry, did I cough from my mic? I'm so sorry if I did.
Someone did.
I did.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I gave it to everybody.
No, I've been
No.
coughing for a little while. It's all good. Did you say something?
I think I just said, oh no, if that's what you're referring to.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. Is there anything you guys want to discuss before we fully end?
Not for me. If I got questions, I'll
Yeah.
always DM.
Oh,
No, I'm just excited.
so I had made a character sheet kind of by accident, but
That's
I see you
fine.
also made one for me. Do you want me
Uh,
to transfer all of it?
Use whichever one you want.
Okay,
I just like to give
I don't-
people character sheets so they can have one when they come in.
sure. I don't know what the fuck this default name is.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know how to use
crazy.
it.
But I might rename this so I can have a reference sheet for myself.
Oh, I didn't mention it, but her last name is pronounced Ashlyn.
Ashlyn. No, thank you.
I just
In my head, I've been saying Aisling.
Same.
well, that's what it looks like. It occurred to me that I didn't say that as I was typing it out.
That's fine.
No, that's fair.
It's only session 0.
I chose that because it's an Irish name that means dream. That's
Aw.
the story.
Oh yeah, I like that. That's cute.
I don't remember why I chose Owens.
I thought it was for the Jo joke.
Oh, not the KO joke?
Yes, sorry.
I mean both.
Both, yeah.
Yeah, there are. Yeah.
I'd stuck because of that. Take that as you will. I like how in my doodles I kind of drew everyone mildly horrified.
I mean, that's just gonna be the vibe of this
That's
entire
true.
campaign. Being horrified, yes. Constantly.
How about you, Claire? Do you want me to make a playlist for you too?
Oh, it has to be like so fucking angsty.
I was gonna
Okay.
say I'm pretty sure I have like a spooky Halloween lo-fi playlist.
Oh.
I could do that.
I had some like dark symphony music playing in the background. It's like darkness pianos and like cellos.
Mm-hmm. Up to you, of course. That's
I mean,
Period.
I'll listen to it.
Okay.
Not gonna say no. Not gonna say no to a
Mhm.
playlist.
Gonna burn some
I'm just-
CDs.
Gonna make some mixtapes.
Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. You guys can interrupt me whenever you want. That is fine. Because you guys are definitely going to be pushing the narrative more than I do.